Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another beautiful day of Walnut Creek Crawdads baseball. I'm here joined with my boy Dylan. Now, Dylan, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, Ammar. It's a nice sunny day. It's not too hot, blue skies, and just an incredible win yesterday for the Crawdads. 2-game win streak, and they won by a dominant fashion, 20-8. So it's a good day out here. How you doing?
Good, good. Second game of this series. Again, as Dylan mentioned, Crawdads dominant performance, which we're going to get into later on in the show. Game 2 of this Central Coast opponent. Entering this matchup, the Crawdads are going to be 9-5, so first in the CCL North Conference. The Blues dropped down to 6-6 after yesterday's contest, now fourth in the CCL North. And yeah, just a dominating win all around for the Crawdads in yesterday's game. And yeah, let's again hosting this team for the second straight game. Dylan, let me ask you, what are your predictions for tonight's game in game 2 of the series?
For tonight, it's interesting. I mean, such a wild win yesterday. I mean, they just poured it on. Again, 20-8 if you're just joining us. Um, it's interesting. They got some good starters out there on the lineup and on the bump today. So we'll see. I don't know. There's been some talk of the Blues don't have a lot of depth at their pitching staff today.
Right.
Um, so I'm not sure. It could be another offensive barrage.
Yeah, I'm expecting the same thing, an offensive burst today, but I'm actually expecting it early in the game. So I expect the Crawdads to try and get some runs early. The game versus the Legends on Sunday, they trailed 2-0 entering the third, right? So they had to face adversity and have a comeback to win that one, 8-1 ultimately. Yesterday versus the Blues, they entered, they trailed 6-3 up until the fifth inning, and then they had to have a comeback to win. So I think what the Crawdads are going to want to do today is kind of have to not have to rely on a comeback, not have to rely on a bunch of barrages of runs in one singular inning or a couple innings. I think they're going to want to spread this game out, and I think they want to get some scores, throughout the game in various different innings. So
Yeah, I agree. I think if they do get down early, the thing is about this team, they're very resilient.
yeah,
If they do get down, they have showed that they can come back. And I mean, again, they were down 6-3, and they didn't. It didn't even phase them. They came out there and they dominated it in the sixth inning, a 10-run inning, and then it was just the Blues were blown out of the water.
yeah. And that's one way of putting it. And as we mentioned again, we faced this team yesterday, the San Luis Obispo Blues, 6-3 early deficit. Obviously at some point, the Crawdads walked out victorious after a series of runs in the sixth and the seventh. Dylan, what impressed you the most about the Crawdads in their last game?
I think it was really the at bats they were having. I mean, you're down 6-3. You've given up 3 home runs. The Blues are really, they're hammering the ball. It was flying yesterday, and they come in there in the seventh inning, and it's a tie game. It's 6-6, and originally the Blues changed their pitcher to a lefty, and they walked the bases loaded, right? In a tie game, you'll take anything, any base runners you can get, right? And so it was bases loaded. Liao comes up. He strikes out. One of the most impressive at-bats from yesterday was Aiden Camberg's at-bat. It was now 1 out, bases loaded. It's a tie game. In a pretty big, we're getting into late innings. We're in the seventh inning, and Camberg gets into a 1-2 count. And he was able to work a walk on on 3 balls and then a couple foul balls and get the next run across the plate and made it a 7-6 game. But that was easily one of the most impressive at bats from the game. Just his ability to work a walk in a 1-2 count and move the chains for the Crawdads. I mean, if he goes down swinging, then it's two outs, bases loaded, and the pressure's on.
I agree with you. I think that seventh inning was impressive. I have a hot take that I don't think a lot of people will either agree with or realize till I say it, but I find that eighth inning to be almost as impressive, if not just as impressive, because you go on that 10 runs that you have, in that seventh inning. Then we have a change of umpires at home plate after the umpire, was feeling nauseous, was feeling sick. That was a 15, 20-minute delay at the very least. They come back, bat swinging. They get 5 more runs than that, and they actually ended the game with 19 hits in that game.
It was
But
incredible.
I think the ability to just keep your concentration and keep your foot on the gas pedal, especially after having an inning like that, was just truly, truly even more impressive than just staying on the hot streak itself.
Absolutely. I mean, right after Camberg's walk, too, was Isaiah Walker, who smoked a ball off the center field wall. if you can see here at Monte Vista, there's a black tarp in center field, and Walker just pieced the ball right off there, and that really just got things going. Because up until that point, it was really just walks that the Crawdads were scoring on, and so Walker got the offense going with some loud contact right there.
Yeah, so just real quick, now we're going to go through the batting order and the lineup for your Walnut Creek Crawdads. Batting first is Casey Cummings, who will be playing center field as well. Second will be Cam Calvillo, the second hitter there, who will be playing shortstop. The third hitter will be Cole Koskiasko, who will be playing first base for today. The fourth hitter will be Isaiah Walker, who will be playing third base today. The fifth hitter will be Aiden Camberg, who will be playing right field. The sixth hitter will be Ben Royo, who's going to be playing second base today. The seventh hitter will be Jackson Bird, the left-handed pitcher, who will also be playing left field. Excuse me. And then the eighth hitter will be Nico Aspilcueta, the designated hitter, who will be the eighth hitter in that lineup. Dylan, and then Owen Firestone, will be the ninth hitter, who is the catcher from Cal Poly SLO. Dylan, give me your thoughts on today's lineup.
It's interesting. So the front five of the lineup were all in yesterday. They all played against the Blues, and then the back four all new. They did not play yesterday. So a couple changes, too, on the infield. Calvillo is going to move to short, who played third yesterday. Isaiah Walker is going to take over third today, who's been primarily at second base for the majority of the season. He only has one game at second base. And then Ben Royo is going to come in and play second base now. So Nico DeFazio, who played yesterday, had a really good game in his debut, is not in the lineup today. Then Jackson Bird, who, as you said, Ammar is the left-handed pitcher. A dual threat, he'll be in left field today, who played at first base in a game against the Legends. And then Nico Aspilcueta coming into DH today. So Ethan Liao is out, and then, as we said, Firestone will be in at the squat today. So a lot changed in the lineup, but those front five all had dominant performances yesterday. Calvillo, 2 for 6, 2 RBIs and a run. Cummings, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, a home run, a walk, 3 runs scored. Kosciuszko, player of the game from yesterday's blowout, 3 for 5, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and 4 runs scored. Camberg and Walker both had monster days. Camberg went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. And then Walker had a fantastic game, 2 for 5, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. So, I mean, they just lit up the box score yesterday. These front five, as we said today, Cummings, Calvillo, Kosciuszko, Walker, and Camberg had phenomenal days at the plate. So I would look for those front five to do some major damage today.
Right, and just speaking of that box score being lit up, I had the opportunity to speak with Owen Firestone, the catcher for the Walnut Creek Crawdads, before the game. Just asked him a couple questions, mainly about how he felt and how the team felt about yesterday's game and their mindset and approach heading into today's game. So here you get to hear what he said to us.
So my first question for you is, you guys had that massive win yesterday, 20-8, especially in that 7th inning, starting the 6th inning. You guys had a 10-run inning. Take me through that. What were you kind of feeling yesterday?
Yeah, no, it was a big inning. The guys were swinging the bat well. I think we were seeing the ball. I think just getting deeper into the game and seeing pitchers multiple times helped us. And then, it clicked for one inning, and it all came together. Yeah.
You guys are facing, of course, the same team in a back-to-back. Big win yesterday, of course. So how does the game plan stay the same? Does the mindset, stay the same? What comes different when you beat a team like that the first time?
The game plan always stays the same. We come into each game thinking the same thing. We're going to go out and play the best game of the year. Our goal is to play our singular best game every single game. So, we could have lost 20-0. We could have won 20-0 yesterday. We're going to go into the game looking the same way and looking to beat a team.
So yeah, that was Owen Firestone pregame talking about the massive win yesterday and how they're going to be able to carry that momentum into today's game. Dylan, did anything stick out to you from Firestone's responses?
Yeah, I like the response there, just saying, we could have lost 20-0. It doesn't matter the score. We're going to come out here and compete.
Yeah, and I think this is kind of a testament to this team. And we talked about this. They have faced a lot of adversity early in the games. We talked about the Legends game just recently. Even yesterday's game, adversity, facing 6-3 at the top of the 5th before that rally in the 6th and 7th innings. They come back, they win in dominating fashion. It just shows you that no matter what this team is faced with, they're able to push through. And, it may sound cliche. The mindset stays the same. The game plan stays the same. But they're truly, truly showing that in the way that they're staying composed during these moments and being able to come back from these,
Absolutely. They're holding first place in the CCL North, so
Yeah.
they're dominating right now. But, Ammar, let's get into the pitching matchup today.
Mhm.
For your Walnut Creek Crawdads, it will be Zach Royce, the 6'3", 205-pound righty from Katy, Texas. He is currently a junior attending UTSA with 3 appearances on the summer. He's 0 for 1. He's got 1 decision, but a 0.00 ERA, 11 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts with 4 walks and 4 hits. His last appearance came June 19th against the Legends, where he only threw 2 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits and 1 strikeout. And on the other side for the Blues, it will be Thomas Harper, who's a 6'4", 200-pound righty from Illinois State University. And he's got 3 appearances on the summer with a 4.5 ERA, 6 innings pitched, 3 Ks, 5 walks, and 4 hits. So it'll be hopefully a good pitching matchup today. A lot of runs scored yesterday, but we'll see.
Yeah, and as we mentioned too, I mean, this was a pitching group that struggled yesterday against the Walnut Creek Crawdads, who were guns blazing, really, hitting the ball. So definitely going to be an interesting matchup. Well, that'll conclude today's pregame show with Dylan Allen and I. We will head off and give this headset to Austin and Carson, who will take on the play-by-play here. Thank you for joining us on another Walnut Creek Crawdads pregame show. First pitch is at 4 p.m. Dylan, any last words?
It's going to be a good game. A lot of runs scored yesterday. Let's hope the Crawdads have some more in store for them today.
Yes, if they win tonight, that'll be a 3-game win streak, so keep your eyes peeled out for that. I'm Ammar Khan.
Joined by Dylan Allen.
Thank you so much for joining us, and go Dads.
The Crawdads are starting to separate a little from the rest of the pack in the CCL North, and they ride a 2-game win streak, trying to make it 3, a real streak here at home against the SLO Blues. Welcome into the broadcast booth. My name is Austin Oda, joined alongside Carson Mercier. Some good baseball from the Crawdads over the last week and a half. They've been playing really good baseball, just one loss since the SoCal trip, and a 20-8 win yesterday. A lot of good things for the Crawdads right now.
Yeah, the hits were coming and coming and coming up and down the lineup. Everybody. The star was Cole Kosciuszko, yesterday's player of the game. 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in. He just continues to mash this summer. He's got another good pitching matchup for him today. It's going to be a fun game overall.
Crawdads righty Zach Royce, one last ride for Royce before he heads back home for the summer. But let's take a look at the 9 for the SLO Blues. 6-6 in league play, 6-6 overall. They've played some non-league games, but those are not counted on point streak. So their 9 looks like this. EJ Royal, the center fielder, leads off. He had a very good day yesterday. Homered, drove in 4 runs. Braden Jeffries, one of the hottest hitters in the league, hits second, plays second. Jariah Lewis moves from the 2-hole to the 3 spot. Casey Borba, the cleanup hitting third baseman, is followed by Parker Goff, the catcher, coming off a really good year at BYU, with Brendan Comerford, the DH, hitting 6th. Bryson Hoyer, Zach Tallerman, Gavin Constantine round out the 9, and they'll be facing Zach Royce.
Zach Royce has been awesome this summer. 0-0 win-loss. Despite what you might see on point streak, he has not lost a game, making his second start of the summer. 11 total innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, just 4 walks, 4 hits. Has not allowed a run.
Royce, the righty from UTSA, was their Saturday starter this year, and making his last start as a Crawdad. He's been very impressive. Fastball, splitter, cutter, kind of throws a bunch of different pitches. He's got more than just the 3, but those are the 3 primary. His first pitch of the afternoon is lined to the right side, just foul, 0-1. That's how we get started at 4:06 p.m. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here at Monte Vista. You heard it, 77 degrees. Your first pitch time and temperature brought to you by Meadowlark Dairy, trying to hang on to that Old Town vibe since the early 1900s. A 1 from the righty Royce is a big slider off the outside, 0-2. Calls it a cutter. I think it's kind of a mix, a little more sweep than your traditional cutter, but good pitch either way. No balls and 2 strikes. First pitch, 95 miles an hour from the big righty Royce. Comes set, and the 0-2 is fly to the right side. That'll get well foul. 96 from Zach Royce.
Yeah, we're seeing Royal late on that fastball. First pitch of the game was 95, pretty much center cut. Royal was late here, 90, upper 90s again, and still late on it.
See if he really, really lets it rip in his last start of the summer. 0-2. Down and away with the slider, 1-2. Royal comes in, 337 average, a home run, 7 runs batted in. Enters on a 7-game hit streak. He's 11 for 29 in that stretch. He's been very good for SLO at the top of their lineup. Scoreless here in the top of the first, still the first batter of the contest. Royal, right-handed batter, slightly open stance. A lot of movement with his hands. The 1-2 is just a little low with the fastball, 2-2. Royce will be followed by Nick Bronzini today for an inning or 2, likely, the lefty. Looks like Braden Barnes is warming up already in the Crawdads bullpen. The 2-2 is right down the pipe, called strike 3. Frozen with a fastball on the inner edge, and that's how we get started. Let's take a look at the Crawdads defense behind Zach Royce. The outfield from left to right, Jackson Bird, Casey Cummings, Aiden Camberg, with Isaiah Walker and Cole Kosciuszko at the corners of the infield. Up the middle, Cam Calvillo at short. Ben Royo moves to second for the first time in a while, with Owen Firestone behind the plate. That'll bring up Braden Jeffries, the second baseman, left-handed hitter. First pitch on the outside, called strike 1. Haven't seen a fastball slower than 95 today.
That is good.
That'll play.
It's not often you see guys sitting mid-90s in the CCL. This is fun.
0-1. Fastball just a little low, maybe a little away as well. 1-1. Jeffries a 500 hitter, and that's a legit 500. He's played in the minimum games needed to reach the qualifying plateau. He's been very good. A homer, 8 runs batted in. Backdoor, maybe a little bit of cut, but it was just right on the outside, 1-2. Royce works from the first base side of the slab. Now comes set, brings it to the chest, and the 1-2 is swung on and missed. Buried a splitter down and away. Got the chase. Firestone completes the putout for out number 2. 91 with split action. That is impossible to hit.
I told him last week, I think it was Wednesday, against the Legends,
Yeah.
that 2-inning closing appearance, I said, this splitter, that's 91? And he's like, yeah. I said, that's not fair. And he kind of just laughed like, I know.
We saw it right there.
Yeah.
Here's Jariah Lewis, 125, no home runs, 4 runs batted in. Royce kind of flicks his hand down below his belt. Now comes set. First pitch, down and in. Firestone, I don't know if he blocked it or if it hit Ron Masso behind the plate. It looks like it hit Ron Masso behind the plate. 1-0.
Yeah, that'll happen. Fastball, 10 feet in front of the plate. Everyone's trying to get out of the way of it.
So there's two readings for pitch velocity, right? There's release speed and effective velocity. I feel like we don't see the effective velocity higher than the release speed much.
Right. Probably not.
But it's because of his extension. So his effective velocity is faster than his release velocity.
What are the two?
93 and 94. So it looks like it's even faster than it is. 1-0. Fouled back. 95-96.
Man, guys behind home plate are just taking a beating this inning. Firestone has taken a couple. Masso behind home plate has taken one. Bad day to be behind the dish.
Welcome back, Owen Firestone, behind the plate. Right? That's always how it happens. You get back there for your first time in 4 or 5 days. Get beamed a couple times. A ball and a strike. Royce to the left-handed hitting Lewis. 125, no home runs, 4 batted in. Here's the pitch. Grounded to first. Kosciuszko dives, can't get it. It's all the way into the Crawdads bullpen. Over to cut it off in right field is Camberg, as rounding first. Heading for second is Lewis. He's in there easily with a 2-out double.
Yeah, fastball, and he got out in front of it. Able to get the barrel to it. Good effort, Kosciuszko at the inverted hot corner, but no chance for him. That one just pulled down the line. And nice job by Jariah Lewis to stop the strikeout streak.
First hit of the day for the Blues. That'll bring up Casey Borba, the infielder, third baseman from Texas. Hook 'em. Had a good year at Texas. Didn't play a ton, but when he was in, showed a lot of power. Hits from the right side. He's had an okay summer, 278 average, a home run, 4 batted in. That home run came yesterday. Righty on righty. Borba stands tall in the right-handed batter's box, watches the first pitch, swings over the top of it. Looks like the slider, 0-1.
It's a good pitch. You know, you're sitting 95. You get that? Sure.
I would not want to.
No.
I would not want to hit that.
Not at all.
No balls and a strike. Royce comes set now, brings it to the letters, looks back to second as Lewis creeps off a little further. 0-1, fastball. Just a little low, 1-1.
Pretty good pitch. Looked like Firestone, kind of flashed to the glove back to the mound like, hey, yeah, hit your spot. That's a good pitch. Setting up for something down below his own. Cutter starting there, ending a ball.
1-1. Maybe a makeup call. 1-2 on a ball off the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. Scoreless here in the top of the first. Game 2 of the series between the Crawdads and Blues. First time these two teams have played as members of the North. Lewis jumps off second. Now the 1-2 is swung on, foul tipped back into the screen. We'll do it again.
I really, really liked that from Zach Royce, holding the runner on second base. I know that no one up the middle, Calvillo or Royo, were kind of there to keep him close, but we saw Lewis kind of bounce off, take an extended lead. Royce waited till he started going back to second base before he pitched, and that can make a big difference on really anything.
1-2. Down and away, ball 2. Yeah, I think Zach Royce is just, he might be the most poised Crawdads pitcher ever.
Yeah,
like
I would agree. I mean,
he's only, 20 years old, but when you have about 100 collegiate innings.
I am older than him.
It's crazy. 2-2. Fly ball right side deep, but that'll get foul.
By like 6 months, too.
Really? Do you know that for, oh, you're looking at his birthday?
Yeah. November.
When's his birthday?
March 11th.
Of 2004? I hate that.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Yeah, again, that's how I started feeling this summer. Guys are born in 2006? What do you mean?
Yeah. You're getting old, buddy.
The 2-2. outside and low. Firestone's got to block it, keeps it in front, but Lewis will move up to third. He was going on the pitch. So a stolen base for Lewis and a 3-2 count to Borba.
Firestone's having to work hard. We know the stuff from Royce is nasty, but it's been in the dirt a little bit this inning. Not much Firestone can do on that. Did a nice job to keep it from getting to the backstop, not that it would have mattered.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Royce set. A long wait. A long wait. Now the 3-2. Hit high and deep to right field, but that'll get well foul. We'll do it again.
I love this dude. I mean, he is just, standing on the top of the mound. He's set, staring down the batter, chomping on gum. It's awesome.
It's his game.
Yeah.
It's not even like he's like playing in the game. He's just there, right? You hear play and catch with your catcher all the time, but that's all he's doing. He doesn't care. The 3-2. Line drive up the middle. That's a base knock. Borba smoked it up the box. A barrel, a run for the Blues.
Power meets power. You're going to throw it 95 down the middle. Guys are going to connect, and that's what Borba did. Borba's a pretty good hitter. Home run yesterday. And this one just right back up the gut.
So the Blues take an early lead, as they did yesterday. Blues took a 2-1 lead in the second yesterday. It was a back-and-forth game for the first 6 or so innings, and then it was just all Crawdads from the bottom of the 6th on. Here's Parker Goff, the catcher, 438, no home runs, an RBI. First pitch, off the fist to the right side, foul, 0-1.
A lot of swings like that in this inning, but unfortunately, a couple of barrels to go with them. Double from Lewis, that single from Borba, but foul balls, they're not a whole lot of confident swings in the box right now.
Goff stands in the right-handed batter's box. 0-1, swing and a miss, good slider, buried it down and away, 0-2. Royce readjusts the bill of the cap. Looks into his catcher, Firestone, as Borba has a slight lead off first. Kosciuszko holding him there. Goff ready at the dish, Royce ready on the hill. Nods, the 1-2. Down and away, blocked by Firestone. Now it's 1-2.
Good pitch. Probably doing exactly what he wanted to in an 0-2 count. Back to that slider. Just a good take. Goff swung at the pitch before, and Royce is like, well, prove to me that you won't swing at it again.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Royce, the high set and the leg kick, and the pitch is pummeled to the left side, just fair into the corner. Bird hustling over. He's got a long way to go to get it, but he does. They're sending Borba around. Bird fires it into the cutoff man, Walker. Here's the relay to the plate. It is up the first base line and not in time. A 2-0 lead on a pair of doubles and a hard hit single. And the Blues lead by a pair.
Just keeping it fair. Parker Goff down the left field line. I think it was on top of the line in left field. Game of inches.
Zach Royce was the only pitcher left, the only qualified pitcher left with a 0.000 ERA coming into the game. That has been erased here in the first. Here's Brendan Comerford, the DH. 194, no home runs, 4 batted in. First pitch, high and tight with a fastball, 1-0. Comerford went 1 for 2 yesterday, got hit a pair of times. Blues lead at 2-0 here in the top of the first. 1-0. Down and away. 2-0.
All right, so Roy struck out the first 2 batters of this inning, and you're like, all right, he's going to cruise through it. It's going to be an easy 1, 2, 3, and 3 straight hits now, and a 2-0 count. Got to find a way to settle down.
High set from Royce, now the 2-0.
Yeah.
A sword on a ball buried by the shoe tops, 2-1.
Yep. That is an uncomfortable swing.
To be able to have that on a fastball on a 2-0 count is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Speaks to the stuff of Zach Royce. The 2-1. Fly to the right side, foul 2-2.
You got to give some credit where credit's due to SLO, though, because, I mean, they're doing that. Foul ball, foul ball, foul ball, and then getting a hanger and not missing it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Top of the first inning. 2-0 Blues lead. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Cutter down and away, got the chase. Royce strikes out 3 in the first inning. But 2 runs come home on a trio of hits. We'll head to the bottom half of the first, where the Crawdads will look to answer back here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Bottom half of the first inning, let's take a look at the 9 for the Crawdads. Casey Cummings leads off. Cam Calvillo, the shortstop, hits second. Cole Kosciuszko on fire, hits third. Isaiah Walker will be in the cleanup spot for the first time this summer, with Aiden Camberg sticking in his spot, the 5th place hitter in right field. Ben Royo, Jackson Bird, Nico Aspoqueta, Owen Firestone round out the 9. Against the righty for SLO, it's Thomas Harper on the mound. Working from the windup, the first pitch he throws is on the outside corner, called strike 1. Cummings, 245, 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in. It's been really good recently, as the 0-1 is down and away, 1-1. What can you tell me about Mr. Harper?
I can tell you that Thomas Harper has an ERA 4.50, making his second start of the summer. Only 6 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, walks. He's issued 5. He's allowed 4 hits, but been pretty good.
Good morning.
As
1 and 2.
Opponents hitting just a $1.90 off of the right-hander. Had a rough year at Illinois State as a Redbird.
1-2. Down and away, ball 2.
But stuff looks pretty good, and who knows? Maybe get some length out of him today. Go 3, 4, 5, 6 innings and see what he can do.
Yeah, he threw a lot for Illinois State over the last 2 years. 75 innings over 2 seasons. ERA is high. Strikeout numbers are pretty good, as the 2-2 is hit high and deep to center field. Royal, though, is right there, and he reaches down, makes the catch for out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense behind Thomas Harper. In the outfield from left to right, the same as yesterday. Bryson Hoyer in left, Ethan Royo in center, and Jariah Lewis in right. Casey Board was at third base with Zach Tullerman across the diamond at first. Up the middle, a pair of new players. Gavin Constantine at short, Braden Jeffries at second, Parker Goff behind the plate. Here's Cam Calvillo, Crawdads shortstop, 320, no home runs, 8 batted in. First pitch, fastball right at the top of the zone, 0-1. Kind of looking at Harper's numbers from this last year, the walk rate was much lower than his freshman year. The strikeouts were a little bit lower, but 4.3 walks per 9 isn't great by any means, as the 0-1 is way outside. 1-1, but college level, smaller conference, you're going to see a lot of guys like that. Really, his problem is the home runs.
Yeah, issuing, almost 2 home runs per 9 innings this last spring. 41 innings, that's a pretty good sample.
1-1. Outside corner with a fastball, kind of a perfect spot. 1-2. Calvillo, it's been a while since he struck out. Just 2 on the summer. 1-2. Nearly does there, but takes the slider down and away. Appeal down to first. No. says the first base umpire. 2-2.
He's one of the more pure hitters in the CCL North. Just a contact guy that has gap-to-gap power. Not going to hit homers per se, but he can drive it the other way.
2-2. Slider down and away. Check swing. Did not go. 3-2.
And he's going to make you bring your best stuff because he's not going to chase. At least not all that often. It happens, but his ability to hold up is special. It's a special player.
Full count to Calvillo here in the first. The pitch is lined to the left side, sinking quickly, and it'll drop in front of the left fielder Hoyer. Kind of knocks it down like a goalie. A base knock for Cam Calvillo.
With 2 strikes, able to lay off a couple good sliders down out of the zone. Able to battle back from 1-2. Make it full, single into left. Oh yeah, bring up the hottest hitter on the face of the planet.
Here he is. Don't want to pitch to this guy right now. No. Cole Kosciuszko at the dish is on fire. First pitch is down and away. Gets past the catcher Goff. Calvillo will move up to second on the pass ball. Kosciuszko, .333 average, 5 home runs, 25 batted in. Leads the CCL in doubles, in homers, in runs batted in steals.
It's pretty unbelievable.
He is the first Crawdad to have 4 homers in a 4-game stretch since Max Farfan. As the 1-0. Line drive up the middle on 2 hops. The shortstop Constantine retreats to get it. Throws to Tallerman at first for out number 2. Calvillo moves up to third on the play. So last year, Max Farfan hit 3 in a game against the Mudcats on July 10th. And 3 games before that, hit 1 against the Game Prep Trojans. So, if I'm not mistaken, Kosciuszko the first to have 4 in 4 league games ever.
And even when he's getting out, he's hitting it hard. That was smoked.
Isaiah Walker smokes the first pitch to the right field corner, but it's going to drop foul, 0-1. It's a lot of hard contact for the Crawdads so far.
Yeah.
Ball off the bat of Cummings, 100. Calvillo, sharp liner to left. Kosciuszko, sharp liner to short. 2 outs. That's baseball. Runner on third is Calvillo. Good speed over there, but no one counts the Crawdads cleanup hitter. .258, no home runs, 12 batted in. Watches a fastball, planted at the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Had a big day yesterday with the game tied in the 6th. Walker hit a ball to the wall out in left center field. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cleared the bases. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Harper. Little high, little tight, 1-2.
Yeah, that swing in the 6th, maybe his best of the summer. Just smacked. I think it was triple digits. I think it was 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
On the dot.
Looked and sounded like it, too. 1-2. Line to the right side, foul.
And it had a chance to get out a good bit, and it was just off the bottom of the wall. I thought it was going to get out. It was interesting. The ball was flying a lot in the early part of the game, carrying well. In the middle part, not as much. It was interesting.
The 1-2. Chopped off the foot of Walker. We'll do it again. Yeah, I feel like the kind of the 4 o'clock to 5:30-ish hours are where the ball really flies here.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, some of the late games that the Crawdads have walked off for the last couple of years have been weekend games. As Walker lines the 1-2 into right field, that's going to drop into the corner for a base hit. Walker comes through with a single into right, and the Crawdads respond with a run here in the bottom of the first.
Almost looked like he was just trying to protect with 2 strikes and pokes it down the right field line. A base hit, he'll take the RBI, and he stays hot.
So against a guy that gave up almost 2 homers a game, or 2 homers per 9 this spring, see if the Crawdads can take advantage against Harper. 2-1 now the score. Here's Aiden Camberg, who's got tons of power from the left side. Throw over to first. Walker's back in safely as it pulled Tallerman, the first baseman, to the left of the first base bag. Camberg, .417 average, a home run, 8 runs batted in, doubled twice yesterday, 1 to each the left center and right center gaps. Throw over again. Walker's in safely. Zach Tallerman is huge. Couldn't ask for a taller man.
Yeah.
Taller man. Nothing. First pitch, Camberg grounds it to the right side. Over on a couple hops is the second baseman Jeffries. Throws over to first in time to retire the side. Crawdads got the lead in half. It's 2-1 now when we head to the top of the second. Zach Royce back to the bump on the other side here on the Crawdads streaming network. Top half of the second inning. 7-8-9 due up for San Luis Obispo. Hoyer, Tollerman, Constantine. Still Zach Royce on the bump. Hoyer had a good day yesterday. 2 for 4, a double and a homer. Watches the first pitch he sees. It's like a backdoor cutter, almost nothing in one. Royce brings it across the letters and the 0-1. He is down low, 1-1. Hoyer on the year, though, just 188 average, a home run, 5 batted in. Two-1, Crawdads trail here in the top of the second. Pitch is up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Royce, the last inning he threw was really the first all summer that he's had any trouble. Got a pair of strikeouts to start the game, then a double, a single, and a double. 2-1. Foul tipped back behind the plate. Looked like the splitter. Everything is nasty.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement. It's kind of tough to tell. You got the TrackMan next to you today, so you're lucky.
And I still can't read it.
Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Royce delivers. Line straight back. That one looked splitty as well. Again, whatever it is, it's nasty.
Yeah.
He really doesn't throw a bad pitch.
He's got, I'd say, good control of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just left some fastballs over the heart of the plate in the first, and that was, you know, that'll happen. These are college hitters. These are good hitters on the other side. Can't make mistakes.
2-2. Swung on and missed. Overpowered him with a fastball off the outside. 4 strikeouts for Zach Royce.
That, all right. All right, 94. That's, he's asserting himself.
Here's Zach Tollerman. 400 average, no home runs, 2 batted in, but moves to the 8th spot today. First pitch, front door cutter, nothing in one.
To be able to pull that pitch off, pretty unbelievable. Cutter started into a righty and just have it break in.
0-1, down and away, 1-1.
It's tough to do. A lot of guys lose control and, you know, hit them. But Royce has got good command.
A ball and a strike. Pitch to the plate. Swung on and missed. Fastball down low. Tollerman went chasing. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how huge he was until I saw him in batting practice today. He is gigantic.
Yeah.
The 1-2. A long wait. Now the pitch. High tapper to the left side. Calvillo goes to a backhand to get it. Throws across the diamond. It's a bullet. Nearly pulls Kosciuszko off the bag, but the big first baseman stretches to get it for out number 2.
Tollerman could give, like, a foot to you, and you'd still be like 5'7".
That's so crazy. Here's Gavin Constantine. 364, no home runs, 2 runs batted in. Went 2 for 2 yesterday. Nope, he went 2 for 2 in his last game, which was not against the Crawdads. First pitch, an ugly swing on a cutter, 0-1. That's the first that's the first out that's been put in play for Blues hitters. Is the 0-1, is down low, 1-1. A ball, a strike, 2 outs, 2-1 Blues lead here in the top half of the second. Royce, in his last Crawdad start of the summer, delivers a 1-1 slider. This is down and away, 2-1. Royce has retired 3 straight as the 2-1 is lined to the right side towards the line. That's going to drop again for a base knock. 2-1 hanging fastball that he gets into the corner. Up with it, Camberg will fire all the way to second. Throw was just a little late. A good throw by Camberg, but Constantine is able to leg out a double.
Third extra base hit of the day for the Blues, who really didn't have a whole lot of extra base hits coming into yesterday. Obviously, we know what happened yesterday, especially in the early part. 3 homers, a couple doubles. They're continuing to just swing hot bats. Don't you love a good broadcaster's jinx as well? Pointed out.
Yeah, do.
I mean, you don't, but
Sometimes you do. There are some that are good broadcasters jinx, that not much. Here's Ethan Royal, struck out looking in his first at bat. Watches the first pitch down and away on a fastball with kind of insane movement on it for its speed. The 1-0. Down and away, Firestone, a good block. 2-0. Kind of a similar story to the first. 2 quick outs, then a double by Lewis in the first and Constantine here in the second. Now a little bit of a hole for Royce to work out of. The 2-0. Down and away, ball 3. Braden Jeffries, the leading hitter in the CCL, waits on deck. 2-1 the score here in the second. As Royce steps back onto the slab. A little fidgety on the bump. Now he comes set. Deep breath and the 3-0. Call the strike at the top of the zone, 3-1.
it's a good pitch. 3-0 count. Don't want to make it too perfect, but right there, just going to the top of the zone. And Masso has something to say to the Blues dugout. Maybe the Blues have something to say to Ron Masso, and Masso's just not having it. Saw it yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, it was a strike. It's right there. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. As creeping off second is Constantine. Pitch to the plate. High tapper back over the middle. Calvillo fields on 2 hops. Throws wide of first, but another good scoop by Kosciuszko on the other side. So a 2-out double, but a strikeout and a pair of groundouts to the Crawdads shortstop. We'll head to the bottom of the second. 2-1 the score. Bottom half of the second inning, Royo, Bird, Aspoqueta due up against Thomas Harper, the righty. It's a 2-1 Crawdad deficit. Harper's first pitch of the second inning is a fastball down and away, ball 1. Royo starting to swing it a little bit. 237, his average, a home run, 11 batted in, but for his last handful of games, 5 for 12, a pair of doubles. Cut down the strikeouts as well, as the 1-0 is skied right side and foul back behind home plate, 1-1. That hit where my car used to be?
Yeah.
Like
And
directly there?
Directly there, and it bounced, and it went in the direction of your motor vehicle.
My motorized vehicle?
Heavy machinery.
Yeah. Who? Me? I don't know. I was just, saying the thing. Hey, a ball and a strike to Royo. Watches down and away. 2-1. Mrs. Delaney brought us crumble cookies between innings. She's the best.
Unbelievable how awesome she is. Last year, I think, two times we got crumble cookies and then once ice cream sandwiches.
Ice cream sandwiches. That was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, everything is awesome. Miss Delaney, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
2-1. Line drive up the middle. That's a base hit for Royo as it scoots past the dive of the shortstop Constantine into center field.
Ben Royo, man. Let me tell you about Ben Royo. He was in the torture chamber for a little bit.
He was considering a career change.
Yeah, he was talking about going to the Marines, which I'm glad he's starting to swing it because he's a good kid and has a lot of fun playing. And the swings are so much more confident over the past 3-4 games. He's back.
Here's a guy that is starting to swing it a little bit. Jackson Bird, the left fielder today. First pitch. Bird takes maybe a little low, 1-0. Didn't help that Goff dropped it. 182 average on the summer. That doesn't tell the whole story. A home run, 6 batted in.
A couple of extra base hits, too.
Yep. Homered in his last game. 2 for 4 with a homer. 1-0. Down and away, ball 2. And he is the Meadowlark batter of the game.
Need him on base.
Need him.
Any
Need some
way possible. Do errors count?
Yeah, any way possible.
Wow.
Doesn't matter how. We want to give away the tokens. Harper ready with the 2-0. Bird lines it sharply left side towards the line. Moving over, though, is the left fielder Hoyer to make the catch for a loud out number 1.
And Bird, the batting average low, but I think there's 4 or 5 balls that he's scorched just right at guys that have been outs this summer. I mean, like you said, it doesn't really tell the full story. He's swinging it a lot better than the numbers would show.
There's another guy who hits the ball hard when he hits it hard. Nico Aspoqueta, 289, no home runs, 7 batted in. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball up high, went chasing, nothing in 1. He's the guy that has triple-digit plus exit velocities when he's on.
Yeah.
Had a couple 110s this spring.
That plays.
It's just kind of stupid strong. 0-1. Took it at the knees, nothing in 2. Swing by the eyelids, take at the knees is not a great combination.
No.
I think Nico knows that.
Yeah. You could see he kind of stepped out of the box and shook his head.
Now he readjusts. Got to protect with 2 strikes. Throw over to first. Royo's back in. He tucks the right hand in towards the bag. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Blues. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Crawdads. Second game of this short 2-game stretch. 0-2 is a pickoff move. Royo's back in. So he gets the left foot in. Crawdads scored in the first with a single, a pass ball, a ground out, and then a single by Isaiah Walker. 0-2. Aspoqueta sharply hits this one towards the right side, foul. I love hearing the umpire talk.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Even when he doesn't say anything important, it's just like, hey,
yeah,
he's there.
Yep.
0-2. Down and away. Goff, the catcher, was setting high and kind of towards the middle of the zone. Ball ended up down and away. I think if Goff starts setting there, it's probably called strike 3. But a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Harper. Swung on and missed. Fastball high and tight. Got the swing, got the miss for strikeout number 1.
Yeah, we'd seen Aspoqueta, first pitch of the at-bat. He's looking for that fastball elevated, elevate, celebrate. That's what he's trying to do, and just Chases it a touch out of the zone.
Hey, do you see that? It's O-Fi time.
It is.
Owen Firestone won for his first 10 this summer. Looking to get it going with the bat. First pitch on the outside. Throw back to first, but Royo's just in safely. 0-1. Firestone still looking for his second hit overall. His first RBI. Throw over to first again. They're really worried about Ben Royo.
He's been dancing. Dancing off the bag at first. Testing the waters. Testing his limits.
0-1. It's down and away. 1-1. Matt called him the Billy Hamilton of the CCL.
Wouldn't go that far. I mean, Ben's got wheels. But Billy Hamilton is something special.
Yeah. 1-1. High and tight with the fastball. 2-1. Firestone again didn't get a ton of playing time this spring at Cal Poly. Still starting to find his swing again. Throw over again. Royo's in again. Firestone had some pretty good power in high school. It's right around the double-digit home run mark his senior year. 2-1. Outside corner with a fastball. 2-2.
Mossett rung him up. Wow, yeah. He's pulling the string.
He was ready. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch to the plate. Royo starting to stop. Firestone hits it high and deep to right field, but Lewis retreats back. Now circles in, makes the catch for out number 3. Crawdads go scoreless after the leadoff single. We'll head to the top half of the third. 2-1, Crawdads trail. Top half of the third inning, it's a left-handed hitter wearing number 9 who was not in the starting lineup, but he takes the first pitch up and away, ball 1. So this is number 9. The thing is, this looks like Braden Jeffries. I think he might just be wearing a different jersey. He lines the pitch back 1-1. You know, sometimes you have a bat at bat. He struck out on 3 pitches, and you just need another jersey.
Yeah, why not? Switch them up. We see people shave in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
Change shoes.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Good splitter with just kind of insane movement off the outside. 1-2.
Yeah, splitters sometimes just go straight down, but sometimes they do that. And change in lanes.
1-2. Outside, 2-2. This is Jeffries because I could hear the dugout say, yeah, Jeffy. So unless there's another 9 on the roster, which I don't think there is, I'm going to say this is Jeffries. 2-2. Outside, ball 3. I think Jeffries.
I don't know.
Royce steps off the slab, now back on it. 2-1, his team trails here in the third. Ready? 3-2. Line straight back. Jeff. Going into his true freshman year at Michigan, and he has been really good in the CCL. He's got a hit in all 7 of his games played as the 3-2 is tapped to the right side foul. From Valencia, California. He was born in February of 2006. That's horrible.
You're old, buddy.
That's like a year older than my sister. It's crazy. The 3-2. Down and away, ball 4. First walk for Royce.
Yeah, I just lost him on the 3-2. Had some ugly swings, but just couldn't get anything over the plate. Everything was missing arm side in that at-bat. Here's
Jariah Lewis, who doubled in his first at-bat. That one started the 2-run rally with 2 outs for the Blues. The first pitch to him here. Lines it straight back, 0-1. The Lewis fan section is here from Pleasanton. Local product. No balls and a strike. Pitch to the plate. Swung on. Missed. 0-2.
Power fastball, top of the zone. Here it is. Hit it. And Lewis just a touch behind.
No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Royce from the stretch with a runner on. Delivers to the plate. Line drive, left center field, sinking sharply, but it'll be right into the glove of Jackson Bird. That one, is that fading in golf?
Yeah, that's a slice right there.
Slice?
Fade, slice, same thing. For
what's the other way?
Hook.
Okay.
Draw. So left-handed batter kind of hits it the other way. It's a slice. It's a fade. If you're just hit it down the right field line, hooking it.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you get it mixed up sometimes. You'll say hooking when it's slicing.
Well, is that only a golf term? Because I thought that was both. Here's Borba, the third baseman. First pitch, fastball on the outside. To be completely honest, I say sliced when it's a lefty going to the line. I just put together that could be the same term for baseball and golf.
Yeah.
Is that like a term for directions?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I just know when it goes left when I hit it, it's a hook.
0-1 down low, 1-1.
And I hook it a lot. I know a lot about the hooks.
Yeah.
Not a fun place to be.
You know what is a fun place to be?
Monta Vista
High School. A ball is striking out to Borba, the third baseman, who singled home the first run of the game for the Blues back in the first inning. High set from Royce, now the 1-1. Up and away with the fastball. 2-1. No, wow. Call the strike. 1-2. Okay, it wasn't, I mean, it's not an atrocious call, but it was late and not a great call. 1-2, down and away. Runner goes. Firestone up and throwing his throw is into center field, but Jeffries has to stay at second on the steal.
A laser throw from Firestone. It's on the wrong side of the second base bag. Royo moving to his left. Throw brought him to his right. Hit off his glove, and the Crawdads are lucky that Jeffries didn't get another 90 feet out of that.
2 balls, 2 strikes now, somehow. 1 out. Royce looks to second. Now the pitch is grounded to short on 2 sharply hit hops. Calvillo throws to first to retire the batter, and Kosciuszko will not have a play at first, as it looked like he almost ran into Borba running down the first base line. He kind of pumped to throw to third, but in at third is Jeffries.
Smart play from Kosciuszko, I think. Sometimes the best throw in baseball is no throw. Would have been pretty tough. Tight window. Bang, bang. What's the best that can happen? You might get the guy out, but you might also throw the ball into left field and a run would score. Now it's up to Zach Royce a little bit more.
There's Parker Goff, the catcher who hit an RBI double back in his first at bat in the first. That one made it 2-0 before the Crawdads chipped away in the first. First pitch. Fastball on the outside called strike 1. Goff had one of the better years of anyone on this Blues team at BYU. 4 home runs. Good on-base skills. 0-1. Fastball, same spot, nothing in 2. The baseball stadium at BYU is one of the best collegiate facilities I've ever seen.
I have not seen it.
It is beautiful.
Maybe I have seen it, actually.
I don't know about the field itself, but the atmosphere around it. No balls, 2 strikes. Royce a high set. Now the pitch home. Down and away. Look at this.
Oh, that's sick.
It's unbelievable.
That's really, really cool.
Like full mountain range in the back.
Yeah, I have seen that. That is pretty awesome.
1 ball, 2 strikes with a runner on third. Royce, the high set. Now the pitch to Goff. Ouch.
My ears will be ringing all night.
That one hurt.
Yeah.
That one really hurt. Ouch back. The 1-2. Down and away. Good block by Firestone. 2-2.
CRS. Catcher run saved. Should be a stat.
Absolutely should be a stat. 110% should be a stat.
And it's not.
You should calculate it.
No.
Go back, watch every game the Crawdads have played this year.
I will not be doing that.
The 2-2. Tapper off of Goff. We'll do it again. Cal Johnson. Bald boy of the day. Delaney of today.
The Delaney family is hooking it up today. Ryan
Yeah.
delivered with Ike's.
Yeah.
His mother with crumble cookie.
Awesome.
Awesome.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Royce ready, and the 2-2 is on the outside corner, called strike 3. 94 outer black. 5 strikeouts for Zach Royce. We'll head to the bottom of the third. 2-1, Crawdads trail. Bottom half of the third inning, top of the lineup for the Crawdads. Still against Thomas Harper. It's going to be Casey Cummings, Cam Calvillo, Cole Kosciuszko. It's a lot of C-sounding letters.
C, Cole.
Casey Cummings, Cam Calvillo, Cole Kosciuszko.
Yeah.
It's like 6 for 6 on the sound. First pitch, fastball. Same spot that that Royce got called strike 3 to end the last inning. This one called the ball. Welcome back, Ron Masso.
It's Polson.
1-0. Cummings flips it off to the right, foul. 1-1. Casey flew out to center field in his first at-bat, hit a sharp liner, 100 miles an hour off the bat. He's also got stupid strength. 1-1. Runs high, 2-1. He's starting to cut down on the strikeouts a little bit.
We've seen the approach change a bit from him. Everything's kind of been up the middle to the right side. His homer yesterday towards that flagpole in right center field.
2-1. Inside, 3-1.
We see him when he's struggling, get really pull heavy, trying to hit homers, and when he's at his best, he's driving the ball up the middle, the other way. He'll run into one and hit one out too.
3-1, outside ball 4.
But his best is when he is on base, because a walk to him, that's pretty much a double.
Looks like the Crawdads are getting Nick Bronzini up in the bullpen. That might be the day for Zach Royce. Here's Cam Calvillo, who singled and scored a run back in the first inning. Cummings not a huge lead off first. Now he extends it. First pitch to Calvillo is hit high and deep to center field. Royal going back at the wall, at the track, reaches up, makes the catch over by the Synergy camera. Please, God, don't tell me he knocked that down.
Calvillo gave it a ride. Good swing. And Royal made a nice play on it, avoiding that. I don't think he got it, to be honest.
I really hope he didn't. Here's Cole Kosciuszko. Good piece by Calvillo, by the way. Hit it 350. What do you say? Needed 352?
Yeah, something like that.
First pitch to Kosciuszko is at the knees on the outside with a fastball, strike 1. So does feel like that might be the end of the day for Zach Royce. Solid day.
Yeah, he was pretty solid. He was, I'd say, good.
0-1. Up and away, ball 1. Throw down to second. Cummings had a late jump, and he's going to be out at second base. He started, I mean, the ball was already 3/4 of the way to home plate. It looked like a delayed steal, and Cummings is out for out number 2.
Yeah, I think it was the delayed steal because he shuffled twice, then took off for second. Don't know why you would delay there because he's so fast. He would have been safe if he just went on the leg kick.
1-1. Down low, 2-1.
And that just, you know, I don't want to say it kills the inning necessarily, but Cole Kosciuszko's hitting the cover off the baseball right now. You want him hitting with guys on base.
2-1. Hit high and deep, right field, going back, Lewis. Kiss it goodbye. We are tied at 2. Cole Kosciuszko, 5 home runs in 5 games. It is his world right now. We're just living in it.
This guy's unbelievable. You want him hitting with guys on base? Oh my goodness, dude.
I mean, you called it, right?
Yeah. Hitting the cover off the baseball. Unreal. Unreal. Another no-doubter, too.
101 off the bat, 375 feet.
These aren't cheap.
No.
These are gone. Over the crates in right field.
Here's Isaiah Walker. 2 outs, 2-2 now the score. First pitch, slider outside, 1-0. Oh my goodness. Where was the pitch? 1-0. Walker takes up high, 2-0.
I mean, guy's crushing the pitch up and in. That one down, zone, trying to, you know, get him to roll over. And he still gets under it. Just blasts it through the wind.
2-0. Walker taps it left side, foul, 2-1.
Fun watching him hit right now.
That was one of the more impressive ones. There haven't been a ton of, like, I'm not saying any of them have been cheapies by any means, but there have been, like, none of them have been no-doubters like that one. That one you knew off the bat.
Yeah.
2-1. Outside and high, 3-1.
He's doing it to all fields, too. Yesterday, 2 homers, both backside. Pulls this one. Awesome.
3-1. Down low ball 4. Second walk for Harper, both in this inning.
And I think
Good song.
One of the most impressive things about Kosciuszko, too, is the fact that he hit 4 homers in 2 years at City College. The ball doesn't fly there, but that's still 80 games. Metal bats. A lot different, right? Crazy.
Yeah, you talk sometimes about how guys are, like how pitchers kind of carve with wood bats. You don't hear guys hit for more power when they switch to wood bats.
No.
Cole Kosciuszko is unbelievable.
Right fielder Aiden Kimber.
When's the statue being built?
Next to ours. Here's Aiden Camberg. Throw over to first. Walker's in safely. It'll be us statuized in the broadcaster's booth.
Yeah.
And Cole Kosciuszko
In right field.
build the statue.
On the crate.
Yeah. Camberg grounded out sharply to second, his first at bat. Another throw over by Harper, but back in safely is Walker. Stole a pair of bases yesterday. Bronzini starting to throw with a little more oomph in the Crawdads bullpen. Camberg, left-handed hitter with power. First pitch to him. Called a strike on the outside. Catcher Goff kind of stole one there. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Both teams with 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Crawdads have Walker on first as the go-ahead run here in the third. Pitch to Camberg. Same spot, strike 2. Single runs in the first and third for the Crawdads, 2 in the top of the first for the Blues, but they've been scoreless since. 0-2 to Camberg. Runner goes. Camberg taps it left side. Going back to get it is Constantine, the shortstop. Throws to first. It's low, but Tollerman goes down to dig it out on the other side. Crawdads score 1, a pair of walks, but a home run by Cole Kosciuszko, his 6th of the year, his 5th in 5 games, and the Crawdads tie it at 2. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Carson Mercier on play-by-play when we come back.
Top half of the 4th inning back at Monte Vista High School. 2-2 game between the San Luis Obispo Blues and the Walnut Creek Crawdads. New pitcher for the Walnut Creek Crawdads, it's Nick Bronzini.
Big lefty has been really solid in his 2 outings. 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, 5 hits. The whip is a little high, but a lot of that came in his first game when he gave up 2 hits in just an inning, 2 hits and a walk in that inning. He's been really solid overall.
Brendan Comerford steps in the right-handed batter's box and takes a cutter inside. 1-0 the count. Bronzini relieving Zach Royce, who made his final start as a Crawdad today. 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Was overall pretty solid. Both the runs came in the first inning. 1-0 from Bronzini on the outside corner, and a called strike 1-1. Hoyer and Tollerman will follow Brendan Comerford. Comerford's 0 for 1, struck out swinging to end the first inning. He was the 3rd strikeout in that inning. Royce had the K stuff going. 1-1 pitch, popped up on the infield, but it'll get back into the seats. Counts 1-2.
So we're I'm officially learning now that I'm like watching TrackMan why Nick Bronzini's stuff plays as much as it does.
Yeah.
7-foot extension.
Yeah. Gets out in front, and it's still
It's
up to 90.
Yeah,
Moves a lot towards the right-handed batter.
I get it now.
Cutter primary. Ball and 2 strikes. Bronzini set from the stretch. Slider never slid, and it's 2-2. Crawdads looking to win their 3rd consecutive game, 2nd straight over SLO. And SLO's been in a mid-season skid. They've lost their last 3 games. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bronzini peers home, the pitch high and away, and a full count to Brendan Comerford.
All right, the big number has been the walks for Bronzini. Now, after getting ahead 1-2, got to lock in 2 straight balls.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Bronzini takes a deep breath as he comes set, and the 3-2's fouled into the screen. Will do the payoff again.
Tons of
Bronzini,
movement.
Yeah, and in his last outing, we saw the movement. He got hit around a little bit, gave up 3 hits, 3 innings against the Legends. Only gave up 1 run, walked 2, struck out 4. But there was some hard contact mixed in. Just hung a couple too many pitches. This one bounced softly on the ground to third. Walker gloves it, throws on the run, dug out at first, and a nice play to start the 4th inning on both ends of the ball.
I don't know if I have a play that I love more than charging infielder, make the play on the run, first baseman digs it out. Like, that's awesome baseball. Both sides of the ball. Cole Kosciuszko, Crawdads haven't had a first baseman like that in a while.
So now 1 out, nobody on, and the left fielder Bryson Hoyer, right-handed batter, 0 for 1 today, was the 4th strikeout victim of the starter Zach Royce. Waits the lefty's first pitch offering, a fastball just below the knees, and it's 1-0.
Zach Royce, last outing as a Crawdad, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, a lot of fun to watch him pitch. 95, pretty much averaging with the fastball. Great splitter, cutter, 1-0. Cutter, just a little bit outside, and it's 2-0. A lot of fun to watch.
Probably the best, the most consistently good stuff we've seen in 3 years.
And he's still pretty young.
Yeah.
And doesn't appear to be young at all. 2-0 is chopped foul down the third base line, 2-1. And what I mean by that is so poised, so in control of everything, in command of everything that he does. Just the way that he walks, you can feel like he's mature.
I think he's a guy that could be in the pros pretty soon. Like, that's a professional player.
2 balls, a strike, 1 out, top of the 4th. Bronzini home. Looked like an off-speed pitch to the top of the zone and a called strike to even the count at 2 apiece. 2-2 tie here in the top of the 4th inning at Monte Vista High School. Bronzini steps off the back of the rubber, adjusts his hat, and back on the first base side. Comes set, a deep breath, 2-2 pitch, taken down below the knees, and so 2 batters in this 4th inning and 2 full counts.
Some action in the bullpen for SLO. Can't tell who it is.
Right-handed hitter Hoyer ready. 3-2 pitch. Cutter just off the outside. Looked like Firestone was ready to throw down to third. Instead, it's ball 4 and a 1-out walk with Zach Tullerman coming up.
Was definitely, a few balls outside, but with the movement going back towards the heart of the plate, Firestone tried to bring it in, and it's a pitch that's been called today. You can understand why Bronzini and Firestone both could be a little upset with that call.
So Bronzini going to have to work with men aboard as right-handed batter. First baseman for the Blues comes up 0 for 1 today, holds his hands high, kind of up over his right ear, and takes a first pitch heater down below the zone, 1-0. Bounced out to short. Cam Calvillo back in the 2nd inning. Wind swirling, but the flag in right center field is blowing in. 1-0 pitch, starting to stop from the runner on first. The pitch is skied into shallow center. Royo, second baseman, going out, but it's the center fielder, Casey Cummings, who's in to make the catch. Kind of parked right underneath it at the last second, and there's 2 gone.
Casey Cummings, I feel like he never has a hat on when he makes a play. Always loses the hat. Finds the baseball. He doesn't need a hat.
So the number 9 man now, Gavin Constantine. Shortstop doubled back in the 2nd. Was left stranded there as the pitch is outside. Throw down to second base. The runner got a late jump and somehow picked by Ben Royo. But Bryson Hoyer is going to steal second base.
That was a really, really crazy play by Ben Royo. It almost looked like he backhanded it like behind his back.
Yeah, he was spinning out of the way. The throw from Firestone a little bit low in the dirt. And Royo trying to protect his face. Somehow found the ball. So runner in scoring position, 2 outs in a tie game. Pitch misses outside, 2-0. That's kind of in the spot for Bronzini. Up and away, we've seen him miss a whole bunch in this inning. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, top of the 4th. 2-2 tie. Bronzini comes set, holds his hands at the stomach. Couple of looks back to second base, not going anywhere is Hoyer, and the pitch is swung on and missed. So 2 balls and a strike now on the shortstop.
Tons of movement going in towards the hands of Constantine, the shortstop. It's 3 for his last 3, seeing the ball well, but an uncomfortable at bat from Bronzini. I think that's kind of the rep is tons of extension, throws the ball hard, a lot of movement, and just he's poised on the bump.
2-1. Bronzini stares the runner at second. Now comes home. Pitch is lined into shallow right field. Camberg moving over and in, and it's a foul ball, so the count evens at 2-2. We didn't see Constantine yesterday. It was Jared Medham playing shortstop. He went 2 for 3, scored 2 runs, had a single and a double, and played excellent shortstop defense. Constantine hasn't really gotten the opportunity to flash the leather, at least not yet. Trying to protect in a 2-strike count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bronzini home. Pitch is hammered left field deep. Bird going back and towards the line, hooking, and a foul ball.
So that's hook.
Yeah.
Because it's going left.
Correct.
And anything to the right is fade.
Fade. Or slice. Or far enough right, it's a shank.
But a lefty can slice one down the left field line.
Right. So a lefty going to left
Is a slice.
Fade or slice.
A righty going right is a hook.
No. A righty going right is a slice.
A righty going left is a hook.
Yes.
I don't like this.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Left-hander Bronzini. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Nick Bronzini issues a 1-out walk, a stolen base, but he's able to leave the man stranded in scoring position. We'll go to the bottom half of the second inning. 2-2 tie at Monte Vista High School. Bottom half of the 4th inning, 2-2. We're tied. Walnut Creek Crawdads coming to bat, and a new pitcher for the SLO Blues. It's Ericus Pajunas.
2 games this year as the loss in both of them, and that's tough. True freshman going to the University of Michigan. 0-2, 2 innings, a strikeout, 4 walks, just 1 hit allowed.
He'll face Royo ready to play. Jay Bird and Nico Asboqueta. First pitch misses high and tight to Royo. And it's 1-0. Ben started the second with a single, was left there. But he's swinging a hot bat, especially as of recently. Ball, no strikes. Pitches on the inner corner and called a strike, 1-1. Royo went 2 for 4 in Sunday's game against the Menlo Park Legends. A couple of walks, a couple of doubles. We didn't see him yesterday. And sliding in at second base today. Haven't seen him there a whole lot. Usually it's on the left side of the diamond. 1-1 as Payunis comes home and misses low and away, 2-1.
It's like Brandon Pajemski.
Yeah.
Pajunas.
Pajunis.
Marshallonis. St. Mary's College legend.
2-1. Pitch home up over the head of Ben Royo, and 3 balls and a strike.
Pajunas, 86, 88 with the fastball. Slider's big. Slider's got a lot of break to it.
Super projectable, I feel like. Very young, 6'4", 200 pounds. Stands tall, big wingspan. 3-1. Slow, high leg kick, and he fires in a fastball strike to fill the count.
I gotta get a little longer on the extension, but you can see the vision.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, home half of the fourth. Royo waits. Pajunis, long windup, and the 3-2 is in the dirt. That's ball 4 and a leadoff walk for the Dads with Jackson Bird coming up. Bird smashed one to left back in the second inning, just right at the left fielder, Bryson Hoyer.
And that was slice.
Yes.
Okay. I'm learning, folks.
Bird bats from the left side. Crawdad left fielder rests the bat on his back left shoulder. Pajunis from the stretch. First pitch fastball grounded foul the other way, and it's 0-1. Crawdads got one in the first. Cam Calvillo was the runner who scored, came around on the Isaiah Walker RBI single. Able to tie the game up in the third with the Cole Kosciuszko solo shot. Blues got both of their runs in the top half of the first inning. Made a lot of noise with 2 outs as the 0-1 is top of the zone and called a strike. 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there, right at the top of the zone, kind of a little bit of natural sink.
Bird steps out of the batter's box and adjusts the grip on his bat. Stares at the label and digs back in. 0 balls, 2 strikes. Pajunis home, fastball flipped up, foul the other way. Borba moving over towards the fence. It'll land just foul. And a couple of SLO Blues that are warming up. Nearly got hit in the head.
Yeah, the SLO team not particularly deep on the pitching staff right now. So there's 2 guys down there kind of getting loose a little bit. Can't quite tell who it is.
They only used 4 pitchers yesterday. But those 4 pitchers gave up 18 earned runs. It was a rough day for Blues pitching. It's been a rough week for Blues pitching as the 0-2 pitch hit on the ground to second. Jeffress will overhand flip to second for 1. Back to first in time and a double play. 4-6-3 on the DP, and it erases the Ben Royo leadoff walk.
There was a little bit of a hesitation at second base from Jeffress, the second baseman, kind of flubbed it in his glove a little bit. But that's a big pair. After a leadoff walk and a long at bat, getting ahead 0-2 from Pajunis, rolling a double play ball.
So Nico Asboqueta bats from the right side and takes a slider called a strike, 0-1. Asboqueta struck out swinging, chased a couple of fastballs up above the zone from the starter Thomas Harper. Only the 1 strikeout for Harper on the day. Back to the slider for Pajunis, but just off the outside, and 1-1 the count.
Pajunis.
Harper was pretty good. 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and just a strikeout, but some weak contact mixed in there as the 1-1 is pulled and way outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Kind of like Bronzini in a very different way, but Pajunis looks like an uncomfortable at bat.
It's a weird
arm slot.
Yeah. Adjusts the ball in his glove, starts his windup, and the 2-1 is on the corner for a strike. 2-2. It's very whippy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's so long.
Yeah.
The limbs are all gigantic and got a lot of twitch in them.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch is taken down low. Tied at 2 here in the home half of the 4th inning.
Kind of looks like there's like rubber bands holding them
Yeah.
together, and then they just kind of all snap as he comes towards home plate.
It's like Gumby.
Yeah, a little bit.
3
It's
balls, 2 strikes to Azpilicueta. Pitch home. Taken, strike 3, right down the middle. Clean 1-2-3 for Erica Spajunas. Crawdads go in order the fun way. We'll go to the top of the 5th, tied at 2. Back at Monte Vista High School, tied at 2, Blues and Dads, as the top of the lineup for the Blues is coming up. Nick Bronzini back to work his 2nd inning of relief. It'll be Ethan Royal, Braden Jeffress, and Jariah Lewis. Scheduled for the top half of the 5th inning. Ethan Royal looking for his first knock today, 0 for 2. From the top of the lineup, takes a strike, and it's 0-1. So first pitch strike for Nick Bronzini. Not something we saw a whole lot of back in his 1st inning, but was able to work around the 1-out walk and some command issues. Didn't allow a run. 0-1 pitch, just off the outside, no call to strike, and it's 0-2.
Okay.
Zone is certainly pulsing.
Yeah. Nick will take it.
Why not?
He's not complaining.
No balls, 2 strikes, pitch swung on and missed. 3-pitch K to start the 5th for Bronzini, and there's 1 gone.
And as much as we can say about a strike being kind of given to Bronzini, he's taking advantage of it, right? You see that outside edge expand, you go drop a changeup off the outside corner, you know you're going to get the chase on it. That's exactly what he does. Really, really nice pitch sequencing.
So Braden Jeffress, Blues 2nd baseman and left-handed batter, stands in. Takes a first pitch that misses high and well above the zone. Firestone was popping up out of his crouch to snag it. Jeffress 0 for 1 today. He walked back in the 3rd, also stole 2nd. Struck out swinging in the 1st. 1-0 pitch, slider, and taken for a strike. Perfectly located from Nick Bronzini.
Whatever it was nasty.
Slider.
Slider at 88. But that one looked a little more sweepy, too.
Yeah. 1-1. Another slider flared the other way. Bird, long run, and it'll land foul just outside the left field line. So a ball and 2 strikes now on Braden Jeffress. Has already struck out once.
Owen Firestone was asking for the ball back, as was Nick Bronzini. Jackson Bird threw it to the Blues dugout. Don't think it was intentional. Jackson Bird's a good dude.
Yeah. Likes golf.
Yeah.
And cornhole.
Mm-hmm.
And baseball, too, I guess.
Yeah.
Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 5th. Bronzini long hold, and the pitch is down below the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We talk about 5-tool player, right? Pitching, hitting, cornhole, golf.
Does it all.
UC Riverside.
First base.
Yeah.
Left field. 2-2. Late swing, very protect-ish. And Jeffress able to get a piece, fouls it the other way.
Yeah, caught it out of the glove of Firestone, was able to poke it back. Jeffress is a good hitter. I mean, he does not look like a true freshman whatsoever.
I don't know, waggles the bat as his elbows are tucked into his body. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks, 3 straight strikeouts for Bronzini, and there's 2 gone in the 5th.
Yeah, fastball, middle, my best, your best. Delete ya. That was nasty. The stuff is there, and it's gotten better. The first outing we saw Bronzini was 85, 87. Now he's kind of been consistently sitting 89 to 91.
And I think part of that comes from who knows how long it had been since he had last thrown. It's probably his first appearance in quite some time as Jariah Lewis, another left-handed batter for the Blues, takes down low, ball 1.
He threw a little bit at LSU this year, and I think he threw once in May, late, like kind of early May. But again, an inning here, an inning there is nothing compared to, okay, we were getting you 4 to 5 innings a week.
1-0. Slider off the outside, 2 balls, no strikes on the Blues right fielder. Yeah, I mean, talk about getting into a rhythm with, everything you do. Batters need it. Pitchers need it for more reason than just command. 2-0. Check swing. They're going to say he went around Ron Masso. No need for an appeal.
The velo's gone up as Bronzini's outing has gone on as well. Yeah, so the last time Bronzini appeared in a game for LSU was April 30th, but he threw a third of an inning.
Not a whole lot.
No.
2 balls, a strike, 2 outs. Lefty delivers. Fastball on the outer corner. Called a strike, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Game tied at 2 in the top of the 5th inning. Bronzini back on the rubber. He struck out 3 consecutive Blues batters, trying to strike out the side. 2-2 pitch, slider taken just inside, and the count runs full. Bronzini, a moment to himself off to the side of the mound, now steps back on the rubber from the first base side. Holds his hands to his belt. 3-2 pitch, foul tip into the catcher's glove. That's strike 3. Nick Bronzini strikes out the side in the 5th. He's struck out 4 consecutive Blues batters. We'll go to the home half of the 5th inning here at Monte Vista High School. Crawdads going to try and break the tie when we come back. Last of the 5th at Monte Vista High School, 9-1-2 for the Crawdads as they come to bat. Erica Spajunas back to the mound, his 2nd inning of relief. Worked a 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. Walked the first batter of the inning, but got Jackson Bird to ground out into a 4-6-3, then struck out Nico Azpilicueta. Here's Firestone. He takes down low 1-0. Firestone, Cummings, and Calvillo in a 2-2 tie.
Do you see what time it is?
is O-Fi time. 1-0 from Pajunas. Fastball way atop the zone, and 2 balls and no strikes now on the Crawdad catcher.
5 o'clock.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
5 o'clock. 2-0. Pajunas home. Fastball. Little outside, I guess, and the count's 3-0. So the Blues got 2 runs in the first inning. They've gone scoreless since. Crawdads one in the first, one in the third. That's how we're tied at 2. 3-0 count. Pajunas long windup, and a fastball is right down the middle. 3-1 the count.
You know who Pajunas kind of looks like, and you might not actually know like what the delivery looks like, but he's got a little bit. I'll tell you after this pitch. Suspenseful.
3-1. Outside, down low, ball 4.
Just kind of because of how long he is, and it looks a little uncomfortable, right? Like the pieces aren't completely put together.
Okay.
A little bit of Sean Jelly.
No idea who that is.
Giants, like, all of a sudden setup, man.
This year?
Yeah, 6'10".
Oh, yes,
You know
yes,
what I'm
yes,
talking about?
yes. I know
Matt,
exactly who you're
what, do
talking
you see it
about.
a little bit? Okay, maybe not.
I can see where you're trying to go with it.
There's pieces of it. I'm not saying it's a direct
Yes.
one-for-one, but
I know, yeah, it's there. So top of the order now, Casey Cummings will take a strike. 0-1.
and it's very different from, you think of tall pitchers from the Crawdads. Carson Yasa is not like this. Dylan McShane was not like this. This is, still kind of putting it together a little bit, trying to get all the moving parts working at the same speed. But again, the talent is very clearly there.
0-1 to the Crawdad leadoff man. Slider outside and a ball and a strike. You just got to put the pieces of the puzzle together. So young, just a freshman. 6'4", 200 pounds.
He's still growing.
Yeah. A lot of room
He was probably
to grow.
born in what, May 2006?
July of 2006.
2006?
1-1. Hit on the ground, bounce to short. Constantine goes to second one. Back to first is not in time. Cummings able to run it out, but an out at second base nonetheless, and there's one gone in the 5th.
So you're telling me this kid is 17 years old?
That's what I'm telling you, yeah.
I hate that.
Not the best feeling.
Can't even vote. That's insane.
So Cameron Calvillo can vote.
Yeah.
Into the right-handed batter's box.
Yeah, I can.
First pitch. Slider and a strike, 0-1. Cam 1 for 2 today. Scored the first Crawdad run back in the first inning. Driven in by Isaiah Walker. 2-2 game, home half of the 5th inning. Crawdads trying to take a lead. And a throw over. Back in a dive is Casey Cummings. Casey was caught stealing in the 3rd inning. Looked like a delay steal. And a nice throw from Parker Goff behind home plate. Got him by a few steps, which you don't see that often with Casey. That's kind of a small leadoff first here. Inches forward towards the second base bag. Kind of antsy, ready to go as the 0-1 misses outside. So a ball and a strike on Cam Calvillo. One ball, one strike, and one out. Pajunas comes set at the belt. Takes a deep breath and comes home with the 1-1 fastball over the head of Calvillo, and it's 2-1. Pitching for the Blues, at least today, has been okay. Of course, yesterday gave up 19 runs. Their ERA in the last 5 games is over 8. Opponents hitting 300. And even if you exclude yesterday, it's been a struggle.
Yeah.
Played San Francisco, gave up how many hits? Gave up 17 hits 3 days ago. Last game of the series against San Francisco. It's been a struggle.
And the pitching staff's been good. John Demazonio is kind of figures to be one of the best pitchers in this conference and was through his first 2 starts. Guy they threw yesterday, Groff, really solid stuff. Just been a rough stretch.
2-1, way high on a fastball. Snap throw down to first, but Casey's back standing, so 3 balls and a strike on the Crawdad shortstop. And it just shows, kind of talking about how, the Crawdad bats are starting to heat up. They're starting to get it going. They have really, really started to get it going. It's been 1 game in the last 9 where they haven't scored. 7 runs.
And the story of the Blues has really been the starting pitching to reliever discrepancy. There's about a 2-run ERA differential between those two. Four guys really that have been really, really good starters consistently for them. Jackson Howell, Crawdad legend, Cody Albright, John Damazonio, Logan Roth, who we saw yesterday. Those 4 have been really good. Everything else has been a little hit or miss.
3 balls, a strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Cummings takes a pretty big lead off first. He's going to take off. 3-1 pitch, slapped into left field. That'll get down right in front of Bryson Hoyer. Going for third is Cummings. The throw late. Crawdads have runners on the corners. 1 away after Cam Calvillo's second hit of the ball game.
3 hard hit balls for Cam Calvillo today. He was in a little bit of a skid, kind of stopped hitting the ball as hard, was working some deeper at bats, not pouncing on early pitch counts as he does when he's right, but he's back. Swing's looking good today, and I don't want to pitch to this guy.
And I think that's what the Blues are going to talk about on the mound right now. Nobody's warming in that bullpen over there. I think this is purely just a strategy meeting for Cole Kosciuszko, who is 7 for his last 13 with 4 home runs.
Is that good?
I'd say it's okay.
So, Cole Kosciuszko, we learned that not only do opposing teams prepare for him, opposing broadcasters have to prepare for him, right? Because you look at the name. It's not an easy name to look at and understand and assume how you're going to pronounce that one. And we learned that that's what the other broadcasters, you talked to Nate Mills, he kind of said that too, where it's like, this is the guy you got to look out for. And then you look at the name, and it's not an easy one.
Yeah. What he's doing at the plate has been unbelievable.
Generational.
Yeah, you could certainly say generational. Had 4 homers in 40 games this past spring with the Vaqueros. Has 6 on the summer.
Yeah, I wouldn't throw him a strike.
And 4 in the last
2.5 games.
Yeah. Runners on the corners, 1 gone, and he'll take a ball a little bit inside, 1-0.
I wouldn't even pitch to him, to be honest with you.
What's the point? He's played 15 games this summer, 8 of which have come with multi-hits in those games. Bajunas home, 1-0, top of the zone, and called a strike, 1-1. That's kind of the area that you're going to want to attack him, high and away with heat. Small sample in that area of the zone, but hasn't hit it completely hard, down and in, up and in, kind of the sweet spots for Kosciuszko. Runners on the corners, 1 gone, 1-1 pitch, misses high, 2 balls and a strike. So Erica Spajunas kind of struggling with command in his second inning of relief. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Crawdads have runners on the corners. Right-hander Pajunas set. Catcher Goff sets up on the outer third. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's hung and hammered down the first base line. I think off the umpire, Dylan Brewster. Kind of had to dance out of the way of it. Foul ball, so 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Cole. Everything he's hitting hard. The ground out in the first, 95 off the bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Crawdads looking to untie the game. 2-2 pitch home. Outside, counts full.
So last summer, Max Farfan hit 10 home runs overall. Led the team. Yep. 2 summers ago, it was Coleman Schmidt with 10. 3 summers ago, Trevor Warner hit 7. Cole Kosciuszko has 6, and we're 15 games in.
Got a chance to be the home run king. Long way to go. 3 balls, 2 strikes, up high, ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Isaiah Walker.
All right, we've seen this story before. Isaiah Walker, bases loaded, tie game, ball to the wall. Do something special.
Did it yesterday in the 6th inning. 3 runs scored. Only 2 RBIs for Walker. There was an error on the throw, but Crawdads needed that at the time, and they can certainly use extra bases here. Bases loaded, tied at 2. Erica Spajunas, probably going to be his inning with nobody warming in the Blues bullpen. From the stretch, he'll work. First pitch to Walker. Slider check swing on a ball in the dirt, blocked by Goff. An appeal and no swing, says Dylan Brewster. So 1-0 the count on Isaiah Walker, who's 1 of 1 today. RBI single in the first, walked in the third. Pillows filled with dads. Cummings off third. Calvillo off second and Kosciuszko off first. 1-0 pitch. Fastball inner third and called a strike. Nicely located from Pajunas, and it's 1-1.
You're fine with that if you're Walker. Swing at it, it's a ball in on your fist, you roll over into a double play. See a better pitch, that's why you got 3.
Corners up for the Blues. Borba at third and Tullerman on first. Infield double play depth. 1-1 pitch. Fastball grounded to short. Constantine has it on the high hop. Throw to third is in time, but off the bag, and a run will score. Everyone advances 90 feet.
All right, fielder's choice. Score a run. It wasn't pretty. A run is a run.
Casey Cummings comes home to score. I think it was a smart play from Gavin Constantine, the shortstop. I don't think he had another.
Yeah, agreed.
A high hopper towards his right, had to come towards the third base bag.
And a good throw gets him.
Yeah. Instead, base is still loaded, and another dangerous hitter, Aiden Camberg. Crawdads now with the lead, 3-2, and Camberg will take a strike, 0-1. Aiden's 0 for 2 today, a couple of groundouts. One's to second, one's to short.
85 on the outside in the first pitch. Don't give him that one again. Because we saw yesterday, he's gone right center a lot. We saw him go left center yesterday. That's kind of the pitch to do it on.
Corner still up with 1 out, and the 0-1 misses high. 1 ball and 1 strike on the Crawdad right fielder. Crawdads had the big 7th inning yesterday. Scored 10 runs. Sure, you'd take 10 runs here, but just trying to get 2 or 3 more and give a comfortable cushion for Nick Bronzini. Ball and a strike, the pitch. Fastball hit pretty well down the right field line. Lewis going back towards the line, and it is a foul ball.
Wow. I thought that ball was, like, miles gone. I knew it was going to be foul off the bat, but I thought it was 30 feet past the right field fence.
I think the wind kind of just pushed it back into the field of play. Did it land in the field of play?
It landed
right in front
like
of Lewis?
in front of home plate in the bullpen, like to our side of home plate in the bullpen.
So a ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Camberg trying to put something in play in the air and score a run. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, gets away from Goff. Taken off for third is Calvillo. Now he'll put on the brakes and a retreat back to third base. No throw there. Nice job from the pitcher, Erikas Pajunas, to cover the plate and keep Calvillo on third.
And a better job by Calvillo to get back to third because he was dead to his rights. He was about 40% of the way to home plate already. Gets back.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes on the dangerous Aiden Camberg. Kind of waits in that left-handed batter's box, leaning backwards. Now he's ready. Pajunas set. 2-2 pitch. Fastball popped up on the infield foul ground. Tullerman moving over towards the Crawdad dugout. Kind of having some trouble with it. He'll reach down and make the catch, and there's 2 away.
Basket styled it. Like Willie.
Isn't Willie behind the back?
No, Willie caught everything basket style. That was kind of his thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I think, I don't remember why, but there was something about he never caught fly balls. He did make the crazy behind the back, the catch. But, yeah, every fly ball was basket style.
Or you know. Here's Ben Royo, base is still loaded. Right-handed batter. Takes a strike. Fastball on the outer corner, 0-1. Royo 1 of 1 today. Singled in the second. Walked in the fourth. The at-bat's just a lot more confident from the Crawdad second baseman. Night and day difference from about a week ago. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Crawdads trying to cash in with the bases loaded. They've already scored 1 time in the inning to take a 3-2 lead. Calvillo leads off third, Kosciuszko off second, and Walker off first. Royo trying to protect in an 0-2 count. Pajunas comes set, first base side of the rubber. Goff sets up outside, and the pitch is right off the outside. Looked like a pretty good spot, but it's 1-2. Royo twirls his bat at home plate and adjusts his helmet. Still waiting for Pajunas to come set. He finally does. 1-2 pitch. Here it is home. Slider off the outside. Count evens 2-2. Crawdads with 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 here in the fifth. They're not done yet. Bases loaded and 2 outs. Pajunas trying to dance his way out of some trouble. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pajunas, high leg kick from the stretch. Fastball hit on the ground to Constantine at short. He'll glove it, go to first, and end the inning. Crawdads leave the bases loaded. They do score 1 to take the lead, but the damage could have been a lot more. We'll go to the 6th, 3-2 Dads lead here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. The SLO Blues. Meet of the order coming up for the Blues. Casey Borba, Parker Goff, and Brennan Comerford. Right-hand batter Casey Borba stands in. He's 1 for 2 today. Left-handed pitcher Bronzini home and misses outside 1-0. Crawdads had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th inning. Only 1 out, and they were unable to score after that. They did get the 1 run with the bases loaded. 1-0 pitch. Top of the zone, called a strike, 1-1. But kind of let Erikas Pajunas off the hook a bit.
Both of his innings. First inning, leadoff walk turns into a double play. Second inning, bases loaded, 1 out, just 1 run scores.
Bronzini set. Left-hander comes home and misses down and in by the shoot tops of Borba, and it's 2-1. So 3-2 Crawdads lead. A run in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. 2-1 pitch. Inside. Nearly got him. 3-1.
Release point looks a little uncomfortable right now for Bronzini, a little inconsistent as the Crawdads have someone thrown in their bullpen. It's the strike Pumpa. P-U-P-A Pumpa.
Drew Aguiar. Go.
Awesome.
Infield, outfield as straight up as they can be. Obity out, top of the 6th, 3-1 pitch. Not competitive, and ball 4. Snaps a streak of 4 straight set down via way of the K for Bronzini and a leadoff walk to start the 6th.
Just 2 balls have been put in play today against Nick Bronzini. He's been pretty lights out. Strikeout stuff is there, but he kind of nods a no back to the dugout. Knows that wasn't his best showing. We'll see how long he goes in this inning. Aguiar, we've talked about how he's a rubber arm guy, but he's also a guy that can get loose pretty quickly if need be. In a 1-run game, he hasn't had a ton of high leverage spots. He's had a lot of late game spots, but nothing with this much leverage.
So Parker Goff, Blues catcher, takes a strike on a pitch that was up. It was away, but it was close enough and called strike 1. Goff 1 for 2 today, doubled in the 1st, struck out looking in the 3rd. The 5th and final strikeout for Zach Royce, Crawdad starter. 0-1 pitch. Bronzini long hold. Here it is. And somehow stopped by Owen Firestone. Slider, cutter, I don't know, whatever it was way outside, and Firestone was lunging into the right-handed batter's box, or left-handed batter's box to keep it in front.
Oh, 5 time. 5 o'clock.
So a ball and a strike on Parker Goff, who does the catching for the Blues today. We saw Nico Button, former Crawdad, yesterday. 1-1, right down the middle, and it's 1-2. Good to see Nico Button, although had a rough day, went 0 for 5.
Didn't do that a ton last year.
No.
Started his summer really cold, and then once it mattered,
Turned it on.
yeah.
Great hitter to have. 7, 8, 9. 1-2 pitch. Off speed, lined into right field, down and a base hit. Warba going to take the turnaround second. He's headed for third. Throw goes to second to hold Parker Goff to a single to put runners on the corners for the Blues.
All right, got to lock it down now if you are Nick Bronzini. Had 2 really solid innings. Now a tough spot. Back half of the lineup for SLO. Got to lock it in.
Aguiar with a little more intent now in the Crawdad bullpen. Runners on the corners, nobody out, tying runs on third, and Brendan Comerford, the DH, coming to the plate. 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the first and grounded out to Isaiah Walker at third in the fourth. Right-hander ready. Lefty deals. High and away, 1-0.
A little bit of a longer inning for the Crawdads back in the bottom half of the 6th, maybe, or the bottom half of the 5th, excuse me. Maybe that's throwing Bronzini off just a little bit. Had to wait. Was sitting. Might have gotten a little cold.
Ball no strikes. Bronzini deals. Fastball flared into shallow right field. Camberg charging hard. Flashes the glove, but it'll land right in front of him. A run will score. Here comes the throw to third. It's a good one, but in time to get him. What a throw from Aiden Camberg to gun Parker Goff out at third.
That is a huge play by Camberg. The run scores, so what? Runners on the corners, no out. You figure that run's coming home to score. But now, instead of runners on the corners, no outs again, just a runner on first. Ground ball gets you out of the inning. Camberg flashed the leather up, trying to fake the runner, but Goff was going the whole time. He was off from the ball. From the time that ball was hit, Camberg throws a strike to third base, uses that catcher arm. It's the first time he's really unleashed it this summer, and it's a good one.
So the left fielder now, Bryson Hoyer from the right side, takes high and a ball 1-0. The throw looked pretty good. It looked like Goff had slid in just ahead, but no replay, no appeal, so he's out. Still a runner on first and 1 out in the inning, and the 1-0 is way outside, so 2-0.
Really not even an argument from Goff going to third. The throw was a good one. It, unfortunately for the Crawdads, and, you know, whatever, the call was out, but unfortunately bounced high. I think Walker would have preferred it to stay low, made it easier to make the tag.
2-0 outside, 3-0. Game now tied at 3. Blues score for the first time since the first inning. And Bronzini going to take some time, grab some rosin before getting back on the rubber. Really struggled in this 6th inning so far. Started with a walk, base hit. Luckily got an out on the bases as the 3-0's popped up, foul ground. Kosciuszko charging hard towards the dugout. It's going to land right in front of him. Gave it a good run.
Yeah, Comerford 0 for 2 today, sub 200 on the summer. Not quite sure why you're swinging 3-0. It was a pretty good pitch, in on the hands too. That's the result Bronzini wants there. Now he kind of gets to steal a strike.
It's Bryson Hoyer at the plate. He's 0 for 1.
So is. It's so is. Point still stands. Sub 200, 0 for 1 on the day.
3-1. Bronzini a deep breath. Delivers and a check swing. Might have been called a strike anyway. Nonetheless, the count's full. But an ugly swing from Bryson Hoyer. Kind of stopped halfway through. Tried to hold up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out as Brendan Comerford takes his lead off first base. Held on by Kosciuszko. Bronzini will come to the plate. 3-2 is pulled sharply down the left field line, but just foul.
So what? It's a strike. It's a loud strike. It's a reset it. Still double play ball gets you out of the inning. Hoyer has had a good series. Went 2 for 4 yesterday. Hit a home run, but again, double play gets you out of it. Keep the ball down. We've seen the changeup be pretty solid for Bronzini today, especially against righties.
3 balls, 2 strikes once more. Bronzini set at the belt. Here's the pitch. It's inside. That's ball 4. 3rd walk of the outing, 2nd of the inning, And there's runners on first and second, 1 out, with Zach Tollerman coming up.
Might be the day. Looks like it is. Brent Cummings heading out to the bump. A little bit of a brisk pace. He slows it down, but looks like Aguiar's ready. Got to figure this might be the day.
So we'll just keep it here until Brant Cummings officially motions towards the bullpen. Clapping, and he's given the point. So Nick Bronzini going to depart here in the 6th inning. Gets just 1 out, but pretty solid day from him overall. Drew Aguiar coming in. We'll step aside as he warms up. Crawdads baseball here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. So 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Now tied at 3. Nick Bronzini is out. Drew Aguiar is in.
It's the guy you want in this spot. Drew Aguiar has been tremendous for the Crawdads this summer. Was the leader in ERA in the CCL North for a while. Gave a couple runs to his ledger that were, I think, unearned, but overall 1-0, 1.58 ERA, 18 strikeouts to 5 walks in 17 innings out of the bullpen.
Right-handed pitcher will work with runners on first and second, 1 out. Zach Tollerman stands in from the right side and takes a fastball called a strike, 0-1. Tollerman 0 for 2 today. Bounced out to short in the second, flew out to center in the 4th. Big spot for him here with the go-ahead run on second base. 0-1 pitch. Runner's taken off. Pitch is called a strike. Throw goes down to second. It's into center field. Runner on third. Comerford didn't notice till pretty late, but he's going to come home. He's going to score, and the Blues take a 4-3 lead on the error from Owen Firestone.
Pair of steals, E2 on the play, and that's brutal. Firestone just kind of throws that one with some tail to the right, kind of two-seam fastball action back to second base, and Royo was covering, kind of had to stop in his tracks and couldn't make the play going to his forehand side.
Brandon Comerford comes around to score. Bryson Hoyer now into third. Whole infield going to come up and in as the 0-1 is called strike 2. And for the second time today, Ron Masso gets beat. No, that's me getting beat right there. That's strike 3.
Nope, that was strike 2.
No, the first pitch was called a strike.
That was the second pitch.
No, that was the third pitch. That was the third pitch.
From Aguiar?
Yes, that's strike 3.
What was the first pitch?
First pitch was a strike right down the middle. Fastball. No.
I don't even remember a first pitch.
Yes.
Okay.
The second pitch was a strike.
All right. The second pitch was the stolen base?
Yes.
Okay.
So now the number 9 man, Gavin Constantine, right-handed batter. First pitch swinging, looper into right. Camberg charging hard. He'll get there on the run to make the catch. But the Blues score 2 and take a 4-3 lead. Dad's coming up for the home half of the 6th. Crawdads now trail a run as they come to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-3 Blues lead. Jackson Bird, Nico Azpilicueta, and Owen Firestone. 7-8-9 for the Dads. Still Erica Spajunas on the hill for the Blues, and he's been good enough. Gave up a run in the 5th, but left the bases loaded. First pitch to Bird misses way outside, 1-0.
And he did the Jackson Bird on the bump. He kind of rocked into his windup for the first time. I haven't seen that today. I feel like he's been pretty traditional, and now all of a sudden he's walking into his windup.
1-0. Misses high, 2 balls, no strikes. The big problem for Pajunas today is he hasn't gotten ahead of any hitters. Maybe trying to change it up, but so far not working. 2-0 as he rocks. High leg kick, and a fastball is on the corner for a strike, 2-1.
I mean, it's a different motion than it was
Definitely
20 minutes ago.
than in the 5th. 2-1. Outside, 3 balls and a strike to Bird.
It was already slow, and now it's just like molasses.
Yeah, it doesn't even have like a high leg kick. It just takes 2 seconds to get to the top.
Let's count. 1, 2, 3.
3-1. Hit hard and right at Tollerman. He knocks it down, flips to the covering Pajunas, and 3-1 on the put out to start the 6th.
Laser beam off the bat of Jay Bird. Middle, hammer me. Just right at the first baseman.
Jackson Bird continues to hit it hard. Lined out sharply to left in the 2nd, and then that right there. Exit velocity on it, 103. So Nico Azpilicueta has struck out twice today. He's the only Crawdad batter to have struck out. Righty Pajunas, big curveball, top of the zone, swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Crawdads have done a good job in both of these games about cutting down the strikeout. It's been a big issue for them so far this year. You put 20 runs on the board, you don't expect there to be a ton of strikeout stuff.
Had just 5 yesterday, 2 today, both from one batter as the 0-1 is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. 4-3 Blues leading, bottom of the 6th inning. 4 runs on 6 hits for the Blues, 3 runs, 5 hits, and an error for the Dads. 0-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3.
It's 5 o'clock.
Firestone 0 for 1, walked in the 5th and flew out to right in the 3rd. Timing starting to get back for 0-5 as he takes a slider off the outside. No call to strike, and it's 0-1.
First ball he hit back in the 2nd inning. First at bat was hit
Barreled.
pretty hard, yeah. Took it the other way.
Maybe jammed a little bit, but good to see him kind of lift the ball and hit it with some oomph as the 0-1. Same pitch, same spot, same result, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Pajunas comes home, fastball skied on the infield. Tollerman calling for it, but it'll be the second baseman, Jeffress, running in and making the catch. Crawdads go in order for just the 2nd time today. We'll send it to the 7th. 4-3 Blues lead here on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network. Top half of the 7th inning. Blues trying to add on. They lead 4-3. Drew Aguiar back to work. 2nd inning of relief. Faced 2 batters back in the 6th. Got both of them out, but a run did come home to score on an error. As the top of the order now, Ethan Royal will take a strike, and it's 0-1.
Do you think we should take a look?
Let's take a look.
Let's look around the CCL. It's brought to you by American Stage Tours. Small enough to care, large enough to compete, nice enough to wait for this 0-1 pitch.
Here it is, way outside, 1-1.
Couple games going on right now. Alameda playing really, really good baseball all of a sudden. They've won 2 straight, are leading 4-2 in Menlo Park at the College of San Mateo. 1-game final, Conejo up 9-5, or won 9-5 over Arroyo Seco.
1-1 ran inside and hit Ethan Royal, so he's aboard for the first time today. Blues have a leadoff runner on.
Couple games pregame right now. Santa Barbara, Arroyo Seco. That, I don't know if that game is happening because Arroyo Seco played Conejo today. No, that game was played at 7:10 a.m., which means it was scored this morning, but played yesterday. Sonoma and San Francisco tied at 0 in San Bruno.
Number 2 man now, Braden Jeffress, skies this to left, slicing towards Bird, the left fielder. Got it in the gap, and there's one gone.
I think you and I and the guys would all love a 7:10 first pitch.
I wish we had lights.
I meant 7:10 a.m.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, I wish we did have lights. A night game. I think night games are awesome.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. When we were in Pasadena, Orange County, a lot of fun.
The Orange County game was up there with my. The result wasn't great. Was up there with my favorite games, and
Such a cool place.
'cause it was nice out too. It wasn't like Lincoln where we were dying.
Yeah. Jariah Lewis, left-handed batter, takes a strike on the outer corner. 0-1 to the right fielder. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Sunset at a nice time. Hoodie weather. Yeah. Throw over, back in a dive. Head first is Royal. So the Blues lead off base runners back-to-back innings after pretty much getting shut down by Nick Bronzini. He really struggled in that 3rd inning of work. Another throw over. And again, safely sliding in is Ethan Royal. Line on Bronzini is done. 2 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned, 3 walks, 4 Ks. No balls, a strike. Here it is to Lewis, kind of flared back up the middle. Second baseman Royo flips to Calvillo at second. Throw to first in time, and a double play. 4-6-3 on the DP. Drew Aguiar faces the minimum in the 7th. We'll stretch it out at Monte Vista. When the Crawdads come up, they'll try and tally on a run. They trail 4-3. Crawdads trailing 1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 4-3 Blues lead. Erica Spajunas back to work, but he'll have the top of the Crawdad order. Cummings, Calvillo, Kosciuszko. Casey looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2, but he reached base safely in the 5th, was able to come around and score a run. First pitch to him here. This is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. At the time, gave the Crawdads the lead. They would give it back up in the top half of the 6th. Blues would score 2. 1-0 from Pajunas. Long wind-up fastball, high and tight, and caught Casey. Kind of looked like just on the jersey as it was passing by, and the Crawdads will have a leadoff man on.
You will take that if you're the Crawdads. Leadoff base runner, counted as a walk. You know what we say. Leadoff walks, leadoff base runners, leadoff free passes. That's what that was. Come home to score a lot of the time. Cam Calvillo's been swinging a good stick. And, of course, Barry Bonds waits on deck.
Calvillo is 2 for 3 today, but has hit the ball hard, and all 3 times that he's come to the plate flew out to deep center field, and it's got a couple of singles as this one brushes him back 1-0. Crawdads went pretty easily in the 6th, 1-2-3. Had Pajunas on the ropes in the 5th inning, bases loaded, 1 out. Weren't able to score. 1-0. Throw over, Cummings back standing. Casey's been caught stealing already today. Can't say that we say that all that often.
First time this summer.
Can't remember him getting thrown out last summer either.
Sure he did.
Might have happened once. Huge leadoff first as the pitch is lined into center field just right at Ethan Royal. And able to range back a few steps and make the catch for the first out. But Cam Calvillo continues to hit the ball extremely hard.
Yeah, 4 barrels for Cam Calvillo today. The swing is starting to look really good again.
So Cole Kosciuszko 1 for 2 today, but the 1 was a solo shot back in the 3rd inning, which if you think about it, could have been a 2-run shot. Casey Cummings, the pitch previous, he was caught stealing. It was a funky one. It was a delay steal, maybe a late jump. Same situation here. Crawdads looking to take the lead, trailing 1. Pajunas will throw over to Cummings, and he's back standing.
So Casey did get thrown out twice last year. Weirdly enough, neither of them were in league play.
When were they?
Against the West Coast Kings and Game Prep Trojans.
Casey takes off for second, pitches the ball, throw down there. Not in time. Casey steals second. He's in scoring position with just 1 out for Cole Kosciuszko.
And that could be massive. Now Kosciuszko gets a ball to the outfield, likely scores a run. With Cummings' speed, got to get a good jump, obviously, but, I mean, again, who else do you want at the dish right now?
Don't be surprised to see Casey take off for third. Pajunas kind of slow to home plate, even working from the stretch. 1 ball, no strikes on Kosciuszko, the left-handed hitter. Casey increasing his lead off second, not going. As this one's lined to the right center gap. Lewis going back. He's not going to get it. Into the gap it goes. Kosciuszko taking off for second. Cummings will score, and the game is tied at 4 in the bottom of the 7th.
I mean, Barry Bonds is an unfair comparison. Barry Bonds wishes he was Cole Kosciuszko. A rope to right center, 101 off the bat. Middle fastball up in the zone, and he does exactly what he needs to with it. This kid is unbelievable.
His 2nd extra base hit of the day, his 9th multi-hit game of the year. This is just his 16th game of the summer. So Isaiah Walker now. Right-handed batter waits. Pajunas comes home, slider at the knees, and a strike, 0-1. Walker singled in the 1st, knocked in a run, walked in the 3rd, and reached on a 6-5 fielder's choice. Was back in the 5th. Crawdads with the go-ahead run on second base. Kosciuszko dances off second, but not going anywhere as the 0-1 is just off the outside. Another slider trying to go back to the same spot was Pajunas, but this one just a little further outside, and the count evens 1 apiece.
The bullpen's doing something stupid right now. Can't tell what it is, but they're
5 or 6 guys just in a line copying each other's movement. Kosciuszko still dancing off second. Pajunas will come home. This one rifled down the right field line. It'll drop right in front of Lewis and a base hit. Case being waved is Kosciuszko. He will score, and the Crawdads take a 5-4 lead. Isaiah Walker delivers in the clutch again.
Stay hot, Isaiah Walker. The average isn't there. The home run power hasn't been there, but man, when he comes on with runners in scoring position, you feel like he's going to deliver every single time. Big hit after big hit after big hit. Crawdads retake the lead.
And Aiden Camberg coming up. Back-to-back hits for the Crawdads. They've scored twice in the inning and lead at 5-4. Diving back to the bag is Walker in ahead of the throw. Camberg over. This is loaded. One out in the 7th, and the first pitch to Camberg misses down low.
Almost got to feel bad, too, for Pajunas, because he's a guy that's only gotten an inning in both of his outings this year. He's had to go, it's now his 4th inning of work.
And we knew kind of coming in that the pitching situation for the Blues was not the prettiest. Didn't have a lot of guys available for this game. Walker going to take off pitches line right back up the middle into center field and a base hit. Walker not going to stop. He's headed for third. He's there standing. And a loud single for Aiden Camberg as runners on the corners. That's 3 consecutive hits for the Dads.
It almost looked like it was going to be a double play. It was hit so hard and right up the box, and with the runner going, the shortstop, Constantine, had kind of crept behind the second base bag. Couldn't make a play. It was just hit so hard that it took a weird hop up to him. And now the Crawdads can think big inning.
Ben Royo, Crawdad's second baseman, has been swinging it a lot better as of late. He's 1 of 2 today. Rifled a single back in the 2nd inning. He's walked and grounded out since. Huge spot for him here. Crawdads looking to add on, leading by 1 with runners on the corners and only 1 out. First pitch, swing and a miss, nothing in 1.
Good pitch to hit. Inner third, kind of top of the zone.
4 of 5 Crawdads to come to the plate in this inning have reached base safely. Cam Calvillo, the only man to not, and he rifled one into center field. Just right at the center fielder. Ethan Royal is the 0-1, is off the outside. The slider, and it's 1-1. Walker leads off third. Camberg off first. Pajunas appears home. Parker Goff gives him his sign. And he comes set. 1-1 pitch. Curveball hung up high, and it's 2-1.
Lefty looks like it's starting to get loose a little bit in the bullpen. Jack Sand, who we saw yesterday.
It was not a good day for Jack Sand.
No.
Faced 3 batters, walked all 3 of them. All 3 of them would come home to score, including 7 more. Crawdads scored 10 times in the bottom of the 7th as this one's hit on the ground past the third base bag and a fair ball. Walker will score. Camberg's going for third. He will get there. Throw goes to second. Royo kind of gets caught in some trouble, but the throw gets away. And coming home to score is Camberg. Into second is Royo. Crawdads lead it. Now 5-3. 5-4. No. Jeez. That was brutal.
Stay hot. Do you need me to tell you the score?
Yeah,
7-4.
Either way, RBI single for Ben Royo, his 2nd hit of the day. And Jackson Bird coming up. Going to wait a little bit.
It was a single. We're going to give him 2 RBI. I think the second run was going to score. And then the E7 moves Royo up to second.
Jackson Bird, left-handed batter. Waits for the first pitch. Pajunas home, and he skies it right field, not too deep. Lewis back now comes in. Got it. Makes the catch. Faking the tag is Royo. Throw goes to third, and it was a strike.
Wow.
2nd out of the 7th.
Just got under it. Good looking swing. The swing, I mean, the Jackson Bird swing is long, but it's a good one. Pinch hitter now for the Crawdads.
It's Ethan Liao, pinch hitting for Nico Aspoqueta. Nico was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He's the only Crawdad to strike out in the game. Liao, I'm assuming, will just slide into the designated hitter spot. Still a runner on second, 2 outs, and 4 runs home in the inning for the Dads. First pitch from Pajunas is a curveball called a strike, 0-1. Leal, the 8th batter to come to the plate for the Crawdads in this inning. Nothing in 1. Pajunas long hold. Here's the pitch. Outside, gets away from the catcher Goff, and Royo taken off for third. Maybe beyond as he takes a big lead around third, but he'll retreat back there, and he reaches third on the wild pitch.
I feel for Ericus Pajunas. I really do. Going into his true freshman season, guy that hasn't, I mean, who knows when the last time he threw more than an inning was. Just looks a little tired. Stuff is good. Talented kid.
So runner on third, 2 outs. And Liao in a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball skied center field pretty deep. Royal going backtracking as he's able to make the catch just in front of the warning track. Crawdads score 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. We'll go to the 8th. Dads lead it 7-4.
Top half of the 8th inning, all of a sudden the Dads lead it by 3. 7-4 the score. Drew Aguiar might be the last guy to throw for the Crawdads today, looking to close this one out. 2 innings to go. The Blues have 6 outs to score at least 3 runs. See what they can do. It'll be 4-5-6, Borba, Goff, Comerford for the Blues. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, which I don't think is correct. I think 2 errors for the Blues. The Crawdads might be an error apiece. I'm not sure. First pitch, slider down and away, 1-0. I have 1 error for the Crawdads. It was a throwing error by Owen Firestone, and at least 1 error for the Blues. We'll see. Either way, a 1-0 count to Borba, who's got a hit today, scored a pair of runs. 1-0. Fastball down and away, 2-0. We haven't seen Aguiar with the same strikeout stuff as we've been used to, but that's also a guy that averages, that we've seen average about 2 strikeouts an inning from time to time. We saw it against Menlo Park as the 2-0 is grounded softly up the middle. Aguiar knocks it down with the glove, picks it up with a bare hand, and kind of lollipops it over to first for out number 1.
Firewood in on the hands. Aguiar's got that firm fastball in. Someone needs a new twig.
That'll bring up Parker Goff.
Catcher Parker Goff.
Goff, the catcher, a pair of hits today. He's had a good day. An RBI double and a single. Also struck out looking back in the third. Final line for Nick Bronzini out of the bullpen. 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. One of them was earned. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. He was solid. First pitch to Goff. Big slider on the outside, strike 1. I wish Logan Groff threw to Parker Goff.
No
Because it would have
relation.
been.
It's not the same name, so
No.
you can't.
A 1. Goff watches the slider dip down below the zone on the outside. 1-1. I missed the roll call.
I do too.
The roll call was really fun.
Let's invite Ryan Troy back.
Yeah. Sean Fitzpatrick. Please.
If either of you guys are listening, come on back. Why not?
1-1. Front door slider. Catches it. 1-2.
Thing's nasty.
Yeah.
Thing's a frisbee.
Thanks, Thangin.
Late break.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Makes Goff kind of step out. Reconsider things. Thinking about accounting. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Aguiar tucks the glove, now comes set at the belt with Firestone set on the outside. The 1-2 is a slider. Oh, just misses a little high. Thought it caught it.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Strike Pumpa. Left to pump again. The 2-2. Fastball up and away. Ball 3. Couple calls that have been there today. Pulsating.
Pulsing.
Pulsing.
Swiss cheese.
Yeah. Synonyms for poor. Strike zone. 3-2. Popped up right side. That'll get foul.
It's frustrating now because Aguiar's having to throw 3+ more pitches.
It's having to pump more.
Yeah, for no reason.
Right.
Shouldn't have to.
3 balls, 2 strikes, and an out again. Aguiar has allowed just 1 base runner that was promptly erased after a double play ball. 3-2. Slider hit high, medium deep center field. Cummings sprinting in, going back as the second baseman Royo, but now Cummings is able to make the catch. As he does, loses the hat. Out number 2.
Guy flies. He flies out there in center field. I mean, that looked like it could have landed in a base hit, but dude has wheels. He's really good.
Really, really good. Here's Brendan Comerford. A hit. Had one taken away from him back in the 4th. A really nice play by Isaiah Walker. We're seeing it third for the first time in a while. He's looked natural there. First pitch to him here. Comerford takes up high with the fastball 1-0. 7-4 Crawdads lead here in the top half of the 8th inning. Trying to start a new winning streak. Have won 2 straight. 1-0. Slider on the outside. Kind of bent Comerford back. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Aguiar at the belt. Kicks with the 1-1. Slider tapped back up the box. Aguiar reaches to his backhand side to get it. Tosses it to first, and a 1-2-3 inning for Drew Aguiar. Pumping strikes, getting outs. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. 7-4 Crawdads lead. New pitcher for the Blues here in the bottom half of the 8th. It's a familiar face. It's Jack Sand, the big lefty.
Had a good year at Washington, had a horrible day yesterday. Faced 3 batters, walked all 3 of them. Kind of tough to see the season numbers for him because there's 2 Jack Sands. Actually, one Jack Sand and a Jack Sammed,
and then
S-A-M-D. So
there's 4 players in this point streak that are all Jack Sand. There's Jack Sammed, there's Jack Sand, and there's Brody Miller, who is the other 36. And Brody Miller's pitching stats are really what Jack Sand's are. So the lefty in for back-to-back days, there was a first pitch ball to, oh, it's time.
Oh.
Time. Sand from the third base side of the rubber with the 1-0. Outside, not the corner, 2-0. I knew it wasn't on the corner, but it looked.
It's like he was going to call it.
Yeah. So let's try to get you all 3 Jacks in line as this one misses up high. 3-0. So one of the Jack Sands, Jack Sammed, threw on June 12th against the Barons. Went a shutout inning, struck out 2, gave up just 1 hit as the 3-0 to Firestone. His ball 4, not close. He is struggling.
4 batters, 4 walks. How many strikes? Let's take it back to yesterday.
5.
Yeah. Rough.
So then Brody Miller threw 2 shutout innings against the Sunrays on the 21st, and we're assuming this is Jack Sand. Walked a batter, struck out 2. Then yesterday gave up 3 runs, all of them earned, walked 3. And then Jack Sand had 2 shutout innings against the Stompers, walked 3, struck out 3. Here's Casey Cummings, waiting for a strike, watches the first pitch. There it is. Little bit of a generous call. So overall, Sand has 3, 6, 7, 8 walks on the summer. 0-1. Backdoor slider, nothing in 2. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 innings. 5 innings, 8 walks. Not great. No. Make it 9 now. But an 0-2 count to Cummings. Pitch from Sand. The lefty who faces his back towards the third base bag now comes to the plate. Cummings takes in by the shoe tops.
Got him.
In off the shoe tops, I should have said. I didn't.
Back-to-back innings, he gets hit by a pitch. I'm sorry, Casey.
What number is that this year for Casey?
I don't know. I'd have to look.
Too many.
We got 17 or something last year.
Let's see. Casey Cummings has, survey says, that's only 5 this summer. Somehow that doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Here's Cam Calvillo. First pitch, fouls it back to the screen, 0-1. They've been instructed to check my phone. No balls and a strike. To Calvillo. He's got a pair of hits today. He's hit the ball hard all 4 times. 3-run lead for the Crawdads. 0-1. Slices it to the right side. Foul off the shed. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Calvillo open stance from the right side. 0-2. Grounded right side. Tallerman fields, goes to second, gets the out there. No throw back to first. Calvillo beats it out on the back end. 3-6 on the putout. Calvillo stands on first.
Not the worst case scenario. Just only 1 out in the inning, a runner on third.
Barry up.
First baseman
Cole Kosciuszko, 2 for 3. 2 runs batted in, double, homer. Hitting. Baseball is hard. First pitch, flies it to the left side, foul, 0-1. Still just a 3-run game. Crawdads would love to add on. The pitching staff has been really good all year, but it's a good offense that SLO has on the other side. 0-1 to Kosciuszko from the lefty Sand. Down low, 1-1.
they've definitely shown the ability to score runs in this series. You know, they had leads, scoring bunches, haven't been able to, finish the job, so to say.
A ball and a strike with runners on the corners and 1 out. Pitch. Skied to the left side, foul. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the 7th. Sand tucks the ball behind his back. Now it comes set. Readjusts the front foot. 1-2. Kosciuszko hits it high and deep to left field. Going back, Hoyer at the warning trap, reaches out, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Firestone. He will score as it took a really nice backhand catch from Hoyer, but another RBI for Kosciuszko. It's now 8-4.
Take it. Another run batted in for Cole. His third of the day. Take it.
Cole Kosciuszko is unbelievable.
Third baseman Isaiah Walker.
Here's Isaiah Walker. Walker's got 3 runs batted in today. It's been a good day for him. First pitch, Walker watches on the back door, called strike 1. Cole Kosciuszko has 25 conference runs batted in now. Second place has half of that. 0-1. On the outside, called strike 2.
And I think that RBIs in a lot of cases are kind of,
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
not a huge, RBI guy, but, I mean, he just hits and hits and hits.
0-2. Outside. Ball 1. I think RBIs are, kind of a whatever stat sometimes. But when you have that much of a lead, it's telling.
Yeah. And, I mean, you're doing the things that he's doing. 9 multi-hit games. He's 8 for his last 15.
1-2 slider. Tried to get the back door, didn't do so. 2-2.
Or 7 for his last 14. I mean, it's pretty crazy. He's
pretty
just
special.
launching homers, extra base hits.
One could say generational. Deuce is wild. Pitch to Walker. Golfed into left center field. That's going to get down and split the gap for a base knock. Going first to third is Calvillo. Walker stops it at first base. It's a 3-hit day for Isaiah Walker. Yeah.
You say golfed, and he did. He went down to get it. You're not going to understand this. Someone will. He bladed it. Didn't sky it. Had the lob wedge in hand. Caught it on that bottom groove and a low liner out to left field. Take it every day of the week.
Nerd. I'm a little jealous. I'm not even going to lie. I think it's cool how much you golf.
I just know it.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
I invite you all the time, and you're like, nah.
Here's Aiden Camberg. Got his first hit in the 7th inning. Watches the first pitch. Called a ball. That was a really good pitch. 1-0. If I was better at golfing, I would go with you.
I'm a good teacher.
You said today, Jordan, not a good teacher. Barry, not a good teacher. You, not a good teacher.
I never mentioned Tiger.
You're a ball and no strikes to throw him over to first. Walker's back in standing. Is Tiger a good teacher? Isn't his son like an elite golfer?
Not elite. His son is good.
But like good for his age, right?
He's okay.
Okay.
There's a lot of junior golfers that are a lot better than him.
Are you better?
No.
1-0 from Sand. Runner goes from first. Pitch up and away. Here's the throw down to second. Not in time. Now Calvillo running for the plate. The double steal works to perfection. The Crawdads take a 9-4 lead.
That's so cool. That's baseball at its just best. Double steal. Calvillo reads it perfectly. Able to steal a run. I'm interested that they even threw to second because, I mean, you're down big already.
Right. That run doesn't really mean anything. Or that out wouldn't really mean anything. Focus on the guy at the plate with 2 outs.
Yeah. He had it pretty much stolen the whole way, too.
2-0. Down by the shoe tops. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Still just 2 outs in the inning. Sand ready with the 3-0. Down low ball 4. Aiden Camberg, the walkathon.
He didn't want to.
Hated it.
Kind of just waited in the batter's box hoping he'd be called a strike.
Please, please let this be called the strike. Here's Ben Royo. Really solid day for Royo. 2 knocks. One of them drove in 2. A walk.
Second baseman Ben Royo.
The strikeout rate over his last 4 or 5 games is down about 12%, which you love to see. First pitch, up and away, ball 1. With Royo, with his power and just like when he hits the ball, how hard he hits it, if he's under 25% strikeout, you know, that's not even a great rate, but you take that.
Yeah.
If he's under 20, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I don't think he's gotten to that point in his career yet, but he can. He's so talented. He's
1 ball, no strikes. Pitch to Royo. Up high. Ball 2. Five walks in 2 outs for Jack Sand over the last 2 days.
that's tough.
Especially because you know he's like the stuff is
He's
there.
good. He's
right?
a good pitcher.
2-0.
I mean, look at that.
That's a really. It's like a really good pitch. 2-1. Runners on first and second. 5-run Crawdad lead here in the 8th. Pitch to the plate from Sand. Threw it again. Got the call on the outside. 2-2. We don't sugarcoat. Like we'll say straight up when someone is bad. Jack Sand is not bad.
Yeah, he's a good pitcher having a horrible, horrible stretch. And it happens.
Yeah.
It's a good time to have it.
Right.
Summer ball. Work out of it now.
2-2. Skied, shallow center field. Going back to the shortstop, Constantine. Out into the outfield grass. Makes the catch two-hand style for out number 3. But the Dads get a couple insurance runs on just 1 hit. A double steal and a sac fly. And a 5-run lead. Heading into the 9th, we'll see if the strike Pumpa is back out. We'll see who it is on the other side. Crawdads trying to start a new win streak. Top half of the 9th inning. Blues needing 5 to keep this one alive, and Drew Aguiar trying to be the guy that stops it. It'll be Hoyer, Tollerman, Constantine, 7, 8, 9. First pitch of the 9th inning is swung on and missed. Good fastball with some good dive to it. Nothing and 1.
Drew Aguiar's kind of been unhittable past few outings.
Yeah, he tends to do that.
Yeah.
I hate. We had the 2 runs he gave up as unearned the other day.
Yeah.
0-1. Swing and a sword. Nothing in 2. And unfortunately, the Legends did not.
Guess our opinion does not matter. We're just broadcasters.
Right. What do we even do here?
Just talk.
Not even good at it.
Not at all.
0-2. Swung on and missed. Overpowered by a fastball off the outside. 1, 2, 3, delete me.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Uno, dos, adios. Grab some pine.
I mean, that was...
First baseman on the back. Tallerman.
Just got dominated. Wow. Aguiar's so good.
Here's Zach Tallerman. Tallerman 0 for 3. First pitch to the righty. Slider on the outside, called strike 1. Aguiar. Aguiar ready at the belt. The 0-1 is chopped left side. Calvillo scoops it up on the run. Throws to first. Kosciuszko digs it out.
Look at Walker.
Oh my goodness.
Love that on just, my goodness. My goodness. His ability to pick that and then Cole picking it on the other end, bouncing off the mound and just screaming at him. Yeah, that was so awesome.
Isaiah Walker, his reaction was awesome at third base. He had his hand over his mouth. He was like, oh my God, that was crazy. And it was. Here's Gavin Constantine, the shortstop. 1 for 3 with a double. First pitch, slider on the outside, strike 1. Walk is still smiling. That was so awesome. Calvillo's still smiling too. Cole's still smiling. We're still having a good time. Here's the 0-1. Swung. Oh my goodness. Delete me slider, nothing in 2.
I mean, he's spinning that at almost 3,000 RPMs. It's a major league pitch right there.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 9th. Aguiar set at the belt. Crawdads looking for the 2-game sweep. Here's the 0-2 to the plate. It is just a little. No! Called strike 3 on the outside. 93. See ya later. 1, 2, 3. Go the Blues in the 9th. The Blues scored, but we scored more. 9-4 final. Crawdads complete the sweep.
That was just a really well-played game for the Crawdads. Found themselves behind in the later innings again, and they were able to just come back. It was no big deal. 4 runs in the 7th. Able to add 2 insurance runs in the 8th. Good win. Good win. Drew Aguiar is awesome. Tip your cap to Zach Royce because he had a really good summer. We know he wanted to be here a little bit longer, but that's not the case for him. He'll go home and just rest the rest of the summer. Hope that he has a good spring at UTSA because he's awesome. A lot of fun to watch. Cole Kosciuszko. I don't really need to say anything else about Cole Kosciuszko because he's just unbelievable. Isaiah Walker, really, really fundamentally sound day at the plate. 3 singles, a couple of RBIs, a stolen base. Good things. Good things all around for the Crawdads.
Drew Aguiar's stats right now, by the way, he should have a .44 ERA. He is unbelievable. Drew Aguiar is the best pitcher in the CCL right now.
And correct me if I'm wrong, he gets the save?
I think he gets the win. Yeah, he gets the win.
Yeah, you're right. Deserves it.
3 1/3 innings. No hits, no runs, of course, none earned. No walks, 3 strikeouts. That is a Sean Fitzpatrick stat line. And, we've compared the Crawdads this year to Crawdads of latter years for the last couple weeks. This is no longer a Joey Donnelly summer for Cole Kosciuszko. This is the Cole Kosciuszko summer. This is no longer a Sean Fitzpatrick outing for Drew Aguiar. This is just the norm. Yeah. The Crawdads are making magic happen right now.
What we've come to expect, and the offense was really struggling first week and a half, 2 weeks of the summer. I mean, OPSing under 700 as a team, it's 850 after today. It's high. I mean, this is a really, really good team. Probably one of the best in the North, if not the best. Come playoff time, expect to see this team at the #1 seed, and expect to see the Blues bounce back. I don't think that this is the quality of team that they are. I think that they're a lot better than what they showed. The pitching, it was kind of rough for them. They came into it knowing that they were down some guys. I think they'll be back next time we see them the last week of the year because it's a good team on the other end too.
Crawdads win. Really good win. Carson, I know you just kind of gave your final thoughts, but now I have some GMing to do. You want to give some more final thoughts, and then I'll wrap it up? No?
So crazy. Yeah, I mean, the Crawdads able to win their third straight game. They've won 8 out of their last 9. Really starting to click. Really starting to play good ball. 5-2 here at home. Pick up their 10th win. They're the first team in all of the CCL to 10 conference wins. Obviously, there's a lot of season left, but you're the first team to 10. You're doing things right, and I think that they are doing things right as of right now. Like I said, I mean,
I'm good now, by the way.
Okay.
My bad.
All right.
It's my bad.
Well then, yeah.
Thank you for letting me GM, Director of Broadcast Operations. Crawdads improved to 10-5 in league play. Like you said, first team to 10 conference wins. Extend their lead over the top of the CCL North. I do think we have to take a look around the CCL, which is brought to you by American Stage Stores, small enough to care and large enough to compete. Just a quick look at the standings as well. Now that the Crawdads are 10-5, a full game up over Menlo Park, and it's a game and a half officially, because the Legends still have one that is, or excuse me, just a half a game officially. The Legends still have a game that is not in point streak, and the Legends are down right now. Legends are trailing 4-3 to Alameda at the College of San Mateo. The rest of the league, Conejo did beat Arroyo Seco earlier today. Santa Barbara is ahead 5-0 over Arroyo Seco. That one down south in Pasadena. 1-1 the score, Sonoma and San Francisco. In San Bruno, San Diego OC just about to get ready for first pitch after the game today. Really good win for the Crawdads overall. We'll be back in action against San Francisco tomorrow in San Bruno. It's Carson Yassab up there. I feel like he's faced San Francisco like 87 times.
This will be the third.
Really, really, really good win. Crawdads are playing good ball. Back tomorrow at 6:05 p.m. in San Bruno. Join Ammar Khan and Dylan Allen for the pregame show at 5:45. But stay tuned here for the postgame show with Ammar and Dylan. It looks like Walk is the player of the game for the first time this summer, Isaiah Walker, after a 3-hit day. That's going to do it for us. Carson, final thoughts?
I gave everything that I had to give.
And that's why we love you. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Crawdads win it 9-4 final for Carson Mercier. My name is Austin Oda. Stay tuned for the postgame show. We will see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining Dylan and I on this Walnut Creek Crawdads post-game show. Live here from Monte Vista, the Walnut Creek Crawdads walk out with their third straight victory today, a 9-4 win versus the San Luis Obispo Blues. They sweep the San Luis Obispo Blues, improve to 10-5. Dylan, what did you see today? Give me your thoughts.
Another fantastic game from the Crawdads. Offense was clicking again. 9 runs scored, a lot of hits. They were just rolling. A lot of days up and down the lineup. Isaiah Walker, our player of the game, who will be joining us in just a moment. He had a fantastic game. Cole Kosciuszko with another incredible game.
Another homer.
Another home run. Aiden Camber got a really good game. Just a lot of good games.
And this Crawdad team seems to love that 7th and 8th inning. Again, last night scoring 10 runs in the 7th. Today, not 10, but definitely hit 4. And then 8th inning, 2 runs right there. They had 5 last night. So again, we see them kind of face a deficit at the beginning of the game. 2-1. The Blues were up at the first inning, and the Crawdads come up, then they get another run, so they tie it 2-2 at the third, and then you see here in the 6th inning, the Blues get another 2 runs, so then that extends their lead to 4-3 over the Crawdads. So Crawdads, once again, for the third straight game, have to face adversity, have to come back for that win, and they do it again in dominating offensive fashion. What we're seeing from this Crawdads team, it's not even what the storyline was before, which was the pitching. It's the offense, it's the hitting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and their pitching was really good today, too. Zach Royce got the start. He let up 2 runs early in the game, and then Nick Bronzini came in, let up a run, and, only 4 runs allowed on the day. Drew Aguilar had another great game. So, overall, just a really good game defensively, too. The guys were out there playing great.
Well, joining us is the man of the hour himself, the player of the game, Isaiah Walker. Isaiah, get you all set up here. Isaiah, thank you so much for joining us. You had a really, really, really good day today. 3 of 4, 3 RBI. Take us through that. How are you feeling in this game?
Obviously, I felt pretty good today. So, but yeah, I was just trying to play within the offense. I'm hitting behind Cole, and he's had a big bat lately. He's been on fire. So I'm just trying to compliment him and not let the pitcher get a break whenever I go up there. So,
Isaiah, not only a fantastic game today, but you had a really good game yesterday. I mean, in that 7th inning, you started off that 10-run, just insane inning. There was like 4 walks before you, and then you were the one that got the contact going. What is your approach when you're up there?
Really, recently I've just been trying to trust myself, trust my eyesight, and not really letting the pitcher change my timing or anything like that. I just want to be confident in that I can hit anything whenever it comes over the plate. So don't try and over process or overthink anything.
Is it the new bat?
The new bats have been nice actually. So I did switch to the new bat the other day. Coach Cummings hooked us up. So those have been nice.
Yeah, no, that thing is definitely getting broken in. I'll say that. I mean, I want to say just a dominant. I mean, just a fantastic offensive output the last 2 games here. That triple was smacked. And defensively, how'd you like third today?
I like third. I like moving around, and I feel like I have the ability to play all over the field. So anytime I get to showcase that, that's always cool.
You guys 2-0 against the SLO Blues, sweep them. You guys have won 7 of your last 8. Take me through what it's like out there with the guys right now. How are you guys all feeling?
I think we're all just in an offensive rhythm right now. We're playing together. Like I said, we're trying to complement each other. So we're just all kind of flowing. Team chemistry is kind of nice right now. So yeah, that's what I was even talking with Cam, Cole, and Ben. Like us 4 combined had 9 hits today. Like we were like, yeah, the infield squad really raking today. So
it's awesome.
The midweek games. Does it get to a point where it's a lot of games played? We're about halfway. I want to say halfway through the season, but you're playing a lot of games. How does that affect your bodies out here in the summer?
There's at times where you can feel like I'm kind of tired and stuff, but once you get out there and you start playing, then I don't really think about it too much whenever I'm out there actually playing. It's just it just is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, we're playing baseball. So once you actually get out there and start playing, you get excited again. So
So you got your first player of the game this season. Congratulations.
thank you.
Got the win today. You got to tell us, how are you going to celebrate? What are you going to eat tonight to celebrate?
I don't know, actually. So my family just came in from Houston yesterday. So they're here yesterday and today for the first time. So whatever they want to eat, then I'm down for whatever. So go celebrate with my family.
Well, best of luck on the rest of the season. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night. You definitely had a day.
Thank
Go
you.
enjoy
Thank
it,
you.
family.
All right, thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Isaiah.
of course. Well, yeah, that was Isaiah Walker joining us on our post-game show. Dylan, I mean, he had a great day. Take us through what he told us. Would you?
He did. Just a lot of line drives out of Isaiah. I mean, he's just hammering the ball all over the field. Again, as we said, his game yesterday, he got that rally really started with the triple off the wall. And then a lot of line drives today. He's just got a very smooth swing, a lot of power. And, you know, he smoked a line drive to right his first at-bat, hit another one his third at-bat, and then a line drive to left. So 3 for 4, 3 RBIs. I mean, just a very solid day. And he was hitting in the 4 spot today, so hitting behind Cummings, Calvillo, and then Casiasco. So the guys were getting on base for him, and he was coming through big.
Yeah, and, you know, of course, you know, Austin and Carson were talking about this on the broadcast. I think it's important to note that just because the Crawdads beat the Blues the way that they've done in these last 2 games, I don't think you can say that this is the Blues at their full strength or at their best ability. Would you say so?
I would say they definitely were lacking some pitching. Their arms seemed to be a little sore, but, I mean, regardless, the Crawdads put it on them. 29 runs scored in 2 games is no joke. And even with a little bit lacking the arm depth, I mean, the Crawdads' bats were rolling.
Yeah.
And not even to mention how strong the defense has been for the Crawdads.
And as we mentioned, they're seeming to love this 7th and 8th inning. Again, last night, 10 runs. Tonight, you know, they had 4. So, I mean, just they're piling it on at the end. It just seems like they're putting their, you know, foot on the gas pedal late in these games, and they're overcoming the adversity. And speaking of which, they are now 10-5, firmly atop of the conference, have gained some grounds. Now they're 3 games ahead of the second-place Menlo Park Legends, who they've also had some really, really good luck with as well. I think at some point, you think it's possible we can start talking about winning this conference?
Absolutely. The way they're playing right now, it's no question, Ammar.
Yeah, definitely. So again, they improved to 10-5. A really, really great win. Just a reminder too that the Crawdads aren't done seeing the San Luis Obispo Blues. They're going to go in towards the later end of July. It's one of their last 2 games. They're going to face them on July 26th, Friday at 6 p.m. You know, in Sinsheimer Park, and they're going to also face them Saturday, July 27th, same time at 4 p.m. at Sinsheimer Park. So again, saw them twice. Beat him twice. You got to face them 2 more times. They're going to make their adjustments. You're going to probably have to make some adjustments. Again, every time we see these teams, you know, especially like when we repeat opponents like the Legends, you know, things change in the conference. Things change. Lineups change. So definitely going to be interesting to see what we see next.
Absolutely. And there was a lot of good play defensively. I want to talk about one really nice play out of Cam Calvillo, who was playing shortstop today. He picked a ball in the 9th inning, the 8th inning, and then threw it over to Cole Casiasco, who was playing first. I mean, just a great pick out there. And then Casiasco picked him up with the pick over at first. So just a lot of good play from the defense, a couple double plays out there. And especially when you're switching guys up, it might get tough. Like, as we said, Walker was playing third, Roya was at second, Calvillo was at short. That's not how it was yesterday. But these guys are showing they can play anywhere on the field, and they'll adapt.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that too, because we were talking about this at the beginning of the show too. 5 of the players in the batting order were the same. The last 4 in the batting order completely different. But it just seems like, you know, even though there was 4 different players, that continuity, them being familiar with each other now, 15 games into the season, it's just starting to seem like this team is starting to click. You know, in the most important parts of the season, and that should carry them on really, really well as the season progresses.
Yeah, Calvillo, again, these guys just great days up and down the lineup. Calvillo with another 2 hits. Kosciuszko with another 3 RBI game. Yesterday he had 5, so I mean just 8 RBIs in 2 games, another home run from him. And then Ben Royo had a really nice game, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs.
Yep.
So, yeah, Ammar, just a great game for the Crawdads. They sweep the Blues at home. Doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, no, definitely. And again, we talked about stacking these wins. These wins get important, especially as the season comes to close. We truly, I think, can both say that we don't believe that this is the Blues in their full form, especially with the season coming to an end. When the season starts winding down, they've been kind of in a 3-team race with the Legends and the Blues and themselves to get to that top. Now they're firmly at that top, have gained some ground. So again, 3 games ahead now, have 10 wins on the season. Dylan, any last words, takeaways from tonight's game?
Not much, Ammar. I've pretty much said what I want to say. Go Crawdads, and we'll keep it rolling tomorrow.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us for another beautiful Crawdads game, another beautiful Crawdads win here at Monte Vista against the San Luis Obispo Blues. The Walnut Creek Crawdads will be back in action tomorrow. They'll hit the road and go face the San Francisco Seagulls at San Bruno Park. That game will be played tomorrow at 6:05 p.m. First pitch will be at 6:05 p.m. Well, thank you again for joining us here. Austin and Carson did great job on the broadcast, on the play-by-play. I'm Ammar Khan, joined by
Dylan Allen.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, and go Crawdads.